Hi and welcome to all guys. My name is Nifraz Ibrahim. Past 10 years, I've developed several applications by use PHP programming language. In this course, I would like to demonstrate how to be develop very simple school management system from the scratch. So in this course, I have used PHP programming language as well HTML, JavaScript and CSS. If you are a very basic in PHP programming language, I would like to recommend you take this course. End of the course, I'm sure you become better PHP programmer. Let me talk about the course, how it is fit for you. So I have installed my course into that project into my local host. This index.php, the root file of my projects. Okay, so I have a designed very simple admin panel here. You can see that with a nice background with a nice menus. That's the background. So in this section, I have put in one admin login area. So I will teach you in this course how to design these login pages, how to deploy the login page into the local host database. So now I will explain you everything from the scratch. So this course has many features and many modules. Let me log in the admin sections. So now I'm putting admin username and the password. If I click login here, so I can able to be logged into the admin home. In the admin home, I have divided into many sections. In the left side, you can see that dashboard, the school informations, and class. The admin can able to add the classes. So you can put the class 1 or class section. If I click add class, you can be able to add the class sections. Then admin can able to add subject. You can put the any subject name, for example, maths. Click add subject. So then admin add the staff. They can able to be get the username and the password. I'll teach you how to do that from the scratch. So they can put the staff name and the qualification and salary. Then admin can able to be set the exam date for the student, the exam name, select the team, exam date. So I will explain everything from the scratch in one by one very clearly. So this course is very fit for you if you are very beginners of PHP programming. Also, next thing I will show you in this course, I am use only very simple PHP programming techniques. So I will not use any very advanced programming coding techniques in this course. For the beginning purpose, I'm use only very simple coding techniques. If you take a look my index.php, you can see very simple coding. In the starting, I have used HTML coding. Then I have a link CSS with my HTML pages. Then I have used very simple PHP, pages. Then I'm written some PHP script in JavaScript. So I'm pretty sure that it is very understandable course. There's no more problem. There are no more complicated in this course for understanding. The main reason is that course because I'm going to start from the beginning. That's a main reason. So I will teach you how to use the CSS file. So how to be add the CSL, how to write the CSS design into your course. For example, if you take a look at my CSS file over here, there are many design I have used end of these courses. So most welcome to the course and get started course now. Now guys, we have to arrange some tool for the projects. So if you want to work on this project, you need to know some certain tools in order to install on your PC. And first of all, we need the text editor, which is I'm going to be using Sublime editor. Okay, this is the best tool for the writing our script into our projects. So you can use the Sublime because entire course I'm going to be using Sublime editor. Sometime if you don't like to use the Sublime editor, you can go ahead and install Notepad++. So either you can use the Notepad++ or Sublimes is my recommendation. Some user they can use some different kind of the text editor. It doesn't matter, but you should try the PHP codings. Okay, good. And the second one is we need the PHP syntax coding complete package and MySQL database and Apache web server. So these three things very important in order to run our project into our PC in localhost. So if you want to install PHP, MySQL, Apache on your PC, there are one package which is WAM applications. So if you install WAM application on your PC, you can get this kind of three packages in one time, which is PHP, MySQL, and Apache. So go ahead and type WAMP. Okay, come down, a WAM download. Some users they can use a different type of application, but my recommendation is that you can use the WAM. It is good for me. Right, good. So if you search on WAM download, you can get the first the search of the website, which is wamserver.com. So okay, then go ahead and click on start using WAM server. So now you have to choose whether you can go for the 32 bits or 64 bit. It depends on your PC. Sometime if you want to check whether it is your PC's 64 or 32 bit, go ahead and my PC and right click in properties and go ahead and check over here, guys. As per my PC configuration, my system type which is 64-bit operating system. As per this information, I would like to go ahead and start to be download them server 64-bit the application. So and click over there. It requires some information. You don't need to give this one because you can go ahead and this option you can download it directly and click over there, guys. Now you can able to download the particular application which is WAM server and download latest version. At the moment it is WAM server 3.2.3 and I go ahead and click over there. It's about 465 MB. It will take a little bit time, it depends on the internet files. So WAM server 3.2.3, so you can go ahead and download. And now download has been completed. Now we go ahead and install WAM server on our PC and double click over there. Okay, then we have to install the WAM server. So add some PC productions, more, and run anywhere. That's good. So very good. So now we're going to install the WAM. So it takes some time. I don't know why, but because it is depend on the PCs. It's probably my PC got a little slow, maybe. It's good. So you have to select the language. As usual, we can choose English and OK. So as usual, it's not a big deal for installing this WAMP server. So accept the agreement and then go ahead and next, and you can put it in the C directory. So you don't want to change that. It is easy as that. And next again, and so here you can go ahead and choose any of the PHP versions, and I can choose a default. I don't need to do anything in extra information here, guys. And next that, and WAM server 64 bits and done. Okay, so it depends on that speed of the PC, so it will take a little bit time, not take a long times. Now we are installing the WAM server on our PC. So as I informed you earlier, it has complete package of our projects, which is and MySQL database and Apache and PHP, all the coding syntax. So basically, it is at the moment, once we install the WAM server, we have to, configure a little bit. Right, good. So okay, now the installation going to be complete on our PC. So during the installation, it will ask some questions or some configurations. I'll show you how to do that. And first thing is we have to set the browsers for the default browser. So if you are using Chrome, see, so Internet Explorer.exe. So if you wish to use a different server, so I don't want to be using Internet Explorer. I'm going to go ahead and install Chrome. So click as. So if you have a different browser for me, if you run your project on the browser, you should set that the web browser. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and use Google Chrome, so my favorite browser. The application choose exe file. Right, good. So right, we can go ahead and use Notepad or Notepad++ Sublime editor for the project. So my keys is I gotta go ahead and here guys. So because it's asking to choose the the text editor, so I have a Sublime editor in my PC and program file Sublime. Go ahead guys, choose that and complete installation. So there are two things very important: one for the browser, another one for the and text editor. All right, good. So once you install that, so I'm getting a little bit problems. So I think, all right, it's not a problem, but it is an array issues. Okay, go ahead and okay. Good, right, good, so no problem. All right, so I'm sure we will not get these problems on your PC. So during the durations. Okay, good. So now almost complete that. Still has some issues. Okay, go ahead and okay. No issue about that. So we have to fix this problem. So right next and finish it. So once you complete the WAM server installation, go ahead and PC and type WAM server in order to run the WAM server on your PC. And just type enter, okay. So you can go ahead and click as, okay. So in the bottom of the PC, in the toolbar, the WAM server going to be installed over, guys. So we'll get the red icon first, then you will get that green icon first, guys. Okay. So now that mean that if the green mean the WAM server is running properly. Sometime if your WAM server is not running properly, you will get either red icons or yellow icon. So I go ahead and click over here, guys, and check some all the tools over, guys. So as I informed to you, there are PHP admin and Apache web server, and finally we have installed the MySQL database. So these three things very important in order to work on our projects. Okay, so if you want to check your local host, go ahead and click the local host, guys. So I have lots of things here, guys, and I have many projects over, guys. Sometime you will get the different empty pages, and I will tell you how to do that and how to create the project pages into the WAM server localhost directory. So these are the key features of the WAM server, so you don't need to do anything about that. So if you want to run your another PHP admin, go ahead and click in PHP admin, so you can able to be run the local host of the MySQL database. Okay, and in starting in the basic thing for the accessing your database, you can type the root and the password should be blank. So okay, for the accessing the database, and go ahead and click go, so you can able to open that database pages. So these are the two things very important, which is localhost pages, okay, then in database pages. So okay guys, the next movie we're gonna be start and create the projects for the folders. Now we have completed the WAMP installation, so we have to create now folder for the projects. So go back to my computer and C drive, then WAMP directory. In the WAMP directory you can find the www directory. So in this directory we have to create one folder for our projects. So I already created one for called SMS. So you can put your name, doesn't matter. It's called school management system. So in this file it doesn't have any files. Okay. So now I go back my sublimes and go ahead and file, open the folder, okay, git, and I choose my www directory. So in the www directory you can go ahead and select your file name, select and select the folder. So I close over here, guys. You can maximize. So you can find the guys in the folder detail over here. So if you use the Sublime, it is much better for the projects. So now we have to create the index.php for the projects. So index.php is a root file of the project. So we have to create one file. Okay. So the right click, the new file. So okay, good, and file and save as. Keep the name for this file called index.php. So save tab, I choose the PHP extension is much better, and save that. So great guys, now we have to write the coding for index.php. So if you use a Sublime, so if you have to start with a very simple HTML codings, okay, HTML, and hit tab key, you can get all the code without typing. So now I'm typing the title of my project is welcome to school management system. Okay, good. So I'm putting the name for my projects. So okay, welcome to school management system. So it is in the title. So enter. After title, I'm going to be add one of the link, you guys, for CSS pages. Okay, this is my CSS link. Okay, if you type link, hit tab key, you can able to get all the cards. Okay, so right now I don't have any CSS file, so I'll go ahead my SMS folder and right click, and I have going to be create one folder called CSS. Enter. Hey guys, you can see that I got the CSS file of hey guys. Sometime if you don't have these options, then go ahead and guys, and for project folder, see, you can create manually. It doesn't matter what will work. That. So guys, no problem. Now we have created the CSS file of hey guys. So we'll work on CSS later. So I go ahead and CSS, open the folder and create one more file called in CSS. Okay, service. So this file goes to my CSS folder. I'm putting the name for that style.css. In the self type, you have to be select the CSS format. Great, good. Now we have a two file of the projects, one for index.php, another file in style.php. So I go back my index.php. So I'm putting the link over here, guys. First, you have to put the folder name, then you have to put the file name, css. Okay, good. So now we have created the name for the title, and we have to be link our CSS file into our projects. So okay, I come out from the head, so I'll back to my body section. So now I'm going to be start work in the body section. So now guys, basically my projects, so I start with the body because in the body I'm putting one class. I can add a class for the background, going on man, enter. So I keep the name for back. Okay, this is for, I will use this everything in my CSS. I'll show you very simply. Okay, now then we have to add image for the background, because if you talk about my local host, then school, okay, then enter. So we have to put the banner over here, we have to put the navigation bar here, guys. So we have to work on all that. We have to work for the both, that's the reasons. Now we have to keep work on the index.php, guys, very important. Now I'm back to my body sections. So in the body I have to put some background colors and I put some images. So if you go back my projects, I put in my background color, there's some images and the navigation bar. And first we have to work on that. So in my body section, I can add one class name, CSS class name called background. Okay, it's for my background color. Then I can add one image. So we don't have image for it, so we have to create a new for it called img. Okay, good. So image for has been created. And go back, and now I got my image folder here, guys. Now I have to copy all my images from my previous folder. So that's my image folder over here, guys. Images, and copy and paste. Good. That's great. So I want to close this one, so I don't want that. So now we have to link the image into our index.php. It's called img slash. So I'm putting b1 dot jpg, that the image format is important. That's great. Then I'm gonna be go back again. So the same, I'm gonna put this one with 800. That's a great. I'll tell you later why I'm putting that one when I'm working in style.css folder. Then I backed again. I'm going to add one more section called div tag for the sections. I'm putting one style for my div tag. It's called class. I'm putting login. Then I'm going to take a very long space. Guys, I'm going to add from here and my h1 tag for my heading. Sorry, h1 tag for my heading. So it's called admin login. For my h1 tag, I'm putting one more class in CSS, putting like heading. Okay, great. Okay, good. Then I'm gonna add one more div tag into one more section. So I can put this is for another style, class, enter. I put the log. Great. So once we completed that, and I take some more space over here, I don't want to space the time. Good. So in this section, we can be create one form. So again, if you go back my projects, guys, so we want to create the very nice form over here. So good. In the form, so you know that in HTML form, okay, so now in the form methods, important is that, sorry, form methods and post and action. So far keep it, we don't put any actions so far, I will tell you later. Then in the form section I want to add two label, because if you go by projects, one for username and another one with the passwords. So first of all I want to create a label, so I'm putting username, okay, then I can give the input for the username, so I put the input tags and the type for the input, which is called tags, and the name for the input is a name. That's great. So I put in the br tag, okay guys, for the next line. Then I can put another label for my, okay, good, for my password, admin password. For the password we need for the input, okay. For the type you can put the password, it's very important, and the name apass. Okay, good. Also, we have to add one more tag here, guys. The required field is important. Okay, we don't need any information. The required field, we put the one class called input. Okay, we will add everything in the CSS, okay, when we work on that. Also, the same thing for the password required field. Okay, so I'm putting here class. I want to delete this one. I don't want that. As well, we had to put that input CSS style. Good. So now we have a two thing, okay, one for username and one for the passwords. Now we need one more, passwords, wrong passwords. Okay, it's just the passwords, right? Good. Oh my God. Great. Now we go back my projects. I want one buttons. Looks like very nice. So okay, I want to get the put that br tag. Okay, br tag is important. Then I put the button here, guys. Button. In the button type, it's submit. Then, and button class, I put one class style for the button, btn. Okay. For the name of the button, it's very important here because this is we're going to be using our PHP tags. It's called logins. Great. Goodness. It's login. So service. Okay, the form is completed. So I want to be check my projects, how it's like that. This is my localhost / SMS. Here we go, guys, very nice. But we don't have a, still we have problem in the sub and all that, submit button. So we'll walk over there because we don't have any style. So that's the reason it is coming like that, because here I want to put login here. Okay, and if I go back and refresh, here we go, guys. Great. So okay guys, now we have completed our admin login form. So now we have to design this form similar to this design. Okay, so then I go back my style.csl. Now it is empty. Now we have to write some CSS coding over here, guys. So I'm going to start with that star open and curly braces because I want to reset my padding 0 pixel and the margin. So okay, and 0 pixel. So this is for my entire page. I want to be reset the padding and the margin for my complete page. So okay, so I want to give my own padding and margin for the each sections. Okay, then I'm gonna put in here HTML. So okay, I want to put the background for my uh, entire HTML pages. That's the reason. So I hash tddd, okay, semicolon. So because the reason why I'm putting here, guys, because here if you see this is design, so entire page like this color I want that's the reason I'm putting that color code. So if you want to know some color codes, then you can go back htmlcolorcode.com and then you can pick any color codes, you can paste over here, guys. Okay, then now we have to work on the body section dot BAC open curly braces. The BAC mean, guys, see, if you go back index.php in the body section, I have created one class names called BAC. So I want to design this class name. So that's why I put then dot BAC. Okay, then I want to start with the background color, which is white. Okay, then I want to add height and width for my body section. I put in height 800 pixel as well, and the body, sorry, the width, oh my goodness, okay, the width at 100 pixel, that's great. Then, and I can add some margin. So the first thing is margin and 0 pixel, then auto. Then I will add the margin top 5 pixel, then margin bottom I can add now 5 pixel, guys. So margin bottom and the both is 5 pixel, and the font family Century. You can keep any font name, it doesn't matter. Century, okay, semicolon. So guys, now I have completed my body section styles. I'll go back my projects and I refresh. Here we go, guys. It looks very nice. Now we're putting background color and we're putting some margin and top margin and bottom margin of my pages. Then we have to be and centralize these login forms. So I again go back here, guys. My login form, the class is that, guys, it is log. So here I come back and the log open curly braces, and the height, I'm putting that height is auto. As well, I can put the width of my form, which is 50 pixel. Okay, then I can put the margin. So the margin here 0, and that be in the auto. Okay, semicolon. Then we have to put the margin top here, margin top. The margin top I put like 20 pixel is enough, I think. And margin, yeah, margin is fine. The padding, we can put the padding is 30 pixels, fine. And the last one, and the margin, the bottom I can be put in 40 pixel. That's good. So let me see the changes, how it look like that. I go back again my pages, refresh. So it looks good, but it's still the heading over here. So we have to write the class, the CSS class for that heading. So here, guys, this looks good. So here, so guys, I can go here, I can copy in here heading. So I can type here, guys, then Control V, what's going on, okay, okay, heading, open curly braces, text align in the center, and as well we have to check margin top, I think, as well, margin top, and the margin top, I guess 40 pixel is enough. So okay, let me go and refresh the page, how it looks at. So okay, it looks good, but still we need the more design, because our page is similar designs. Okay, so now we have added some more design for my input for in the forms. So now I go back in CSS and in index.php. So now we have a class for name for the class. It's called like input. The class is input, so we have to style for these classes. Okay, then I put here dot input. Oh my goodness, input, open curly braces. In the input I can put the height, it can put the 30 pixel. Then I can put the width. So okay, width is about a 90 percentage. Okay, semicolon. As well I can put that the padding in the margin. Okay, padding, it's, let me put the 2 pixel, it's fine, looks good. Then I can put the margin top for that page, for the forms. Okay, so margin top I can put the 10 pixel. My goodness, I can. So now I have to go back my project, so index.php. So let me refresh the page. Oh, still there's no changes. So again, okay, so go back, click F12 from the keyboard. Let me analyze the codings. Okay, so this is good. Good. Okay, then so let me figure out the problem. So okay, here's the problem. The log here, I put in 50 pixels. See, if I increase, so okay, this is a problem. So I make it 50 percentage, then it's be okay, right? So go back our CSS file, then here, remove the pixel. By mistake I put that. Okay, then save it. You can go back, then refresh. That's no problem, still no changes. Probably it is cache issue. Okay, then I have finished my clear the 3. Okay, then again, here we go, guys, that's great, good job. So So now we have to design of our login button. So I'll go back to my index.php. So I have to check that the class name of the button, which is btn, I put here. So I'm back to the style.css and btn. Okay, open in curly braces. For the btn, the border radius for my button, I can put the border radius. Okay, and the border radius, I can put the 5 pixel for my button. Then I can put in the padding for the button and 10 pixel. Then I'm going to be put the background for the button. Okay, background. Okay, here the background color, you can put any color as you wish, because I'm going to put one color called 663b and 95 semicolon. I guess it's fine for us. Then color, then I put the white color. Okay, semicolon. Then finally I put the margin top for 40 pixel. Good. Then I'll go back my index.php, then I'm going to refresh now. Here guys, I got a very nice design, very nice. Okay, so if you want to change the colors, you can change it from the style.css page over here, guys. Then I'm going to be add some changes here, the admin login. I'm going to put some more design here, guys. Then I'm going to add h1 tag, comma, h2 tag. I'm going to add some comment. So h3 tag as well, h4 as well, h5, then h6 and comma, finally label. The label mean, guys, for example, we go back to index.php, the label here, guys. So for this one, I'm going to make design for you here. So open curly braces, okay, guys. Then I can put the font family for this all h1, h2, h3, okay, font family. Then I put the roboto, okay, semicolon. Then I'm going to put the color. So color, I can put any colors, because so if I go here and I can go here, I can right click, I can copy this color, so I don't remember this names. Okay, so I copy this color. So again I go back my here, so now I paste it here, semicolon. Then again I go my projects and refresh. Okay, here we guys, it's nice color. So if you want to change the colors, and again here inspect, and again here, so for example here again, okay, let me change the color here. Here you guys, so I can put any good color here. So, okay, good, it's looking good now. So again I can copy this code, I change it from here. So now again I can close this one and refresh, so I got the same color, guys. Now I have to be bold these two lines, one for username and the password. So that I'll go back my style.css, then I can here font. Okay, then font weight, I make it bold, semicolon. Then I'll go back here and refresh. So here we go, guys. Now it looks good, our forms. We have to add some designs here. So if you go back to my original web page here, guys, I added some shadow box here, guys. So I want to bring this design to my software, guys. So what I have to do, guys, normally, so in this case is I have to be copy paste from my the CSS shadow box and the properties. So here I have to copy here and WebKit box, so you don't want to type it here, because I giving this coding I download from internet, so I giving this coding in the description. You can copy and paste it into your style.css under the in this area, okay, .log area. So Control V, save it, go back in my page and refresh. Here guys, it looks very nice, guys. Almost we have completed the design for the index.php, but one more part is available, which is footer actions. Okay, I'll go back my index.php. So inside the body tag I'm going to create one more section, which is food area. For I'm going to create the class for the footer, which is footer. So then inside this section I'm going to create one more footer section, and again one more paragraph I'm going to be create now. Okay, then here, okay, I have completed. Then inside that I have write my copyright tags here, guys. Copyright simple. Okay, this is copyright simple, and it is for school management system. Good. Control serve. Then go back now. Okay, have a refresh. So guys, we got the footer here, guys, but there is one more extra things here. So I believe this one. Okay, Control S, refresh. Now it's gone now, but we have to give some style, because if you see the original designs looks like very nice, so So I'll give some CSS style for this footer. I'll go back my style.css footer. My class name is a footer. Open in curly braces, because if you go back index.php, this is the class names. Okay. Then first I have to give that me a background for my footer sections. Okay. So backgrounds. Okay. Background. Then I want this color code. I'll go back again and right click. Okay. And here and footer section, I copy this color code. You can give any color code, no problem, as you wish. Okay, then I'm back here, then put here. Okay, then I giving height for my footer section, which is 60 pixel. Then width for that 100 percentages. Don't giving in the pixel, it is 100 percentages. Okay, then float. Okay, the left sides. Okay, control serve, then go back again. There we go. I've got nicely, but I have to bring this area in a little bit more down. Then also I have to change the color for the font. Okay, at least I can bring the white color. For in this case, I have to be giving style for this section, the footer section. Okay, so here, come down, type footer, open curly braces, and I'm giving text align, center. Then I'm gonna be give the color for my font, which is white color. Okay, either you can type the code or they can type the color name easily, it doesn't matter. The line height is important. Sorry, yeah, line height you can give the 50 pixel. Okay, control S, go back and refresh. Here you go guys, it looks very nice. Now we have to create a new database for our systems. Okay, I'll go back my localhost, then PHP admin. So you have to give the username password for the PHP admin in order to be login. Okay, so at the moment I don't have any password, but username is root. Click go. In the left side you can see there's a new button here. Click there in order to create a new database. I'm going to give the name for SMS for my database. You can give any name, but you have to keep in mind that's important. So in collision create, that's great. Now we have created the database, but we have to create a table for the database. First table I want for this form, which is admin login form. So this form has two input, which is username and the password. Okay, now I want to create the table name first. I'm gonna begin the table name is admin. In this table I want the three column, one for the IDs for each admin user, another one for the username, another one for the password. Okay, go. That's great. So we have to give the name for each column. First one is AID. The AID mean guys admin ID. Okay, then A name, admin name, sorry, then A pass. Okay, good. So admin ID always auto increment, that's important. A name we can give the worker, it is integer. AID is that, and worker you can give the 150 characters, then 150 characters. I told you the AID should be auto increment. Okay, good. Then click serve. Now we have created the database and the table. Inside the table we create the three column, okay, which is AID, A name, A pass. This is my table name admin, so I want to link this one with my form. Now guys, we have to test our database. We already created one database called SMS. In the database we have admin table. Okay, we're going to add some insert query. Click insert. So AID, keep it as it is because it auto increment. Then A name, put the admin, so admin, and the password is admin. Okay, go ahead and click OK. Good. So go back and browse. Now we have the records for into our database. AIDs, I told you that is auto increment. It is the number one. The A name is a pass admin. A pass with admin. Okay. So by these two credential, we have go back here. Then my systems and here. So we have put the admin in admin. I should log in my login forms. Okay. So we have to write some PHP script about index.php now. Now we have to connect this database into our index.php. So I'll go back my index.php. Okay, then now we need one more file for the database connection. So I'll open and double click and file and surveys. Okay, good. So I can give the file name of here guys and database.php. You can give any name, it doesn't matter. Okay, php. Then surveys. Okay, so now I have created the file. Okay, now I'm going to write the MySQL coding over here guys with PHP index. Okay, PHP syntax. So I open and close PHP and here guys. Then now I'm going to declare the one variable for writing connection, for my database. Then okay, I put in DB, you put any name, new, then MySQL I, and open close. Here inside the bracket I'm going to be passing 4 parameters, one for localhost. Okay, so because my system is localhost, then comma, then I'm going to give the username for my PHP admin, which is root, then comma, sorry, and then double quote. Then I want to give the password for my PHP admin. At the moment I don't have any password, so I can keep it as blank, then comma, then you have to put the database name, which is SMS. Okay, end of that have to put the semicolon. So I want to check whether this connection is right or wrong, so I have to write one is if statements. If, and open curly braces. Okay, take the space. If that statement is goes wrong, so I tell that system. Okay, I put DB here. Okay, so as a system to print this statement. Okay, the connection is failed. It's okay, and semicolon. Now I want to add this file into my index.php. So I'll go back to my index.php, and top of the page I'll create an open one PHP tag. Okay, here. Then okay, that's a PHP tag. Inside the PHP tag there's a keywords called include. If you want to add any file, any particular file. Okay, then I put the file here, name index.php. That's good guys. Great, semicolon, and sub. So okay, good. Now I'll go back my projects for main folder here. Then that's good. I didn't get any error. So I want to test again, because suppose if I put the wrong username, something double D, something like that, and I go back here, refresh, so I'll get error guys here. So it means that you have some connection problems. So again here. Sometimes if you don't want this statement, you can remove that, so we'll not get any problems. So guys, here, see, okay. So now we have successfully connected our database into our systems. Now guys, we have to be design our admin home. So if you log in from this form, it should be redirected to the admin home page. That's important. So if you go back to my original file, this is my admin home design. So I have to design the page similar to this design. Okay. Then I go back to my editor. Then I will create a new file called adminhome.php file service. Okay. Adminhome underscore home.php. Then here I choose a PHP. Sorry. Good. Great. So that's great guys. So I don't have any codes here, so I go back to my index.php, Control A and Control C, then Control V. And great guys, but I have to be remove some code from here. So I keep this database, the file over here guys, so I don't have any problems. So we can keep the title guys, then obviously we have to change the background and the weight. So I can remove all the stuff guys. Okay, sometime. Okay, this part we don't need. This is only for the admin area, so I have to remove entire part. Okay, right. So controls as. Also, I have to change the background of my admin home. So if I go back my image folder, okay, this is my admin home banner. So this is, the name is one. I put over guys. Then go ahead and remove that one and control as. Now I go back my main projects folder. So I type admin home, enter. So guys, very nice, but there is some CSS style we need for that design, similar to this design. Okay, now guys, let me add some design inside the image tags. In this case I can add a style. Okay, the margin is left 90 pixel. Okay, semicolon. Then I'm gonna create one more class for my CSS. Okay, this is SHA. I put in name for SHA. The reason why I'm doing so, this is giving like a shadow design for our background of the image. Okay, so I go with my style.css. I can be put SHA open and curly braces. Okay, I'm gonna be copy this entire code. Okay, so already have given this code in the resource folder. You can download and copy and paste over here, guys. So we don't type again and again. Okay, and here copy and paste, Control C. Then I go with my folder. Okay, I refresh. Still, it looks good, but there's no changes. So I have to check again what's the problems. Index. So okay, sorry, admin homes. Okay. Everything's fine. Oh my goodness, we have to remove this class. We don't need to. Control S. Then go back again. Here guys, looks good. Okay, see the new design. This is a similar design. Okay, so but we need some section, so we need some, the navigation bar, so we can keep continue works like. So now guys, in the body section we're gonna add some content here, guys. Okay, so inside admin home.php. So okay, so first of all I'm gonna be create one more section. Okay, div. Okay, so okay, in the div I can be id. I can put the id for the css. Enter this name for the id is section. Okay, this is for my section because I go back here. So I want to create this design. Okay, that's why I'm putting this section here, guys. So then I can take a little space over here, guys. So I need one more section. Okay, this is called another section, the content section. Okay, div. So here I put the id, enter. This is content. Okay, so I can take some spaces over, guys. Okay, here guys, go back here. So you can go here, welcome admin and school information. There's the images, there's some detail about the schools. So we need this information and bring up into our pages. Okay guys, that's good. So here in the content area, in the div sections, okay, so I'm going to put the one h3 tag. Okay, h3 tag, I can type welcome. Okay, welcome to admin homepage. Okay, homepage, that's good. So then again have the take a br tag. Okay, yes. Okay, then again I have to add some school information heading here, guys. Over here, this is the school informations. Okay, so here I can put the h3 tag, school information. That's nice. Okay, then guys, here there's one images, so I can add the image here, guys. Again, br tag. Okay, so that image, something like that. So in the image source, go back image. So I want to go ahead and check here, guys. This image is called, name for the image is home. So img/home. Okay, home. I don't know what's about. Okay, then so I have to check again this home.jpg. Okay, the image format is important, guys. So I want to add some design for this image. Okay, so here I can be class 1. I put this one image. Okay, this is for class for our CSS. We can talk later about these things. Okay, then we need to create the one paragraph. Here is the paragraph tag. Okay, so I can add the one paragraph here, guys. So here, so I can be copying here, copy paste over here, guys, in the paragraph tag. Okay, actually that's good. But I want to add one class for design, sorry, one CSS design for the paragraph. I put the para. Okay, and so you can put your names, doesn't matter. So here I can add one more paragraph. So here we can take two paragraphs, which is one here. So this is for this one for here. Okay, so this is here and this is here, guys. Okay, so both has the same the paragraph design. So I can add one more here. Okay, here let me add the CSS design para. Good. So now we have two paragraphs for our admin homes. Okay, then okay, Control S, go back. We have some changes, but it looks not good, because we have to put our CSS design and style over here, guys. So now we have to give the style for the home page, admin home page. I go back to my here, style.css, okay. So first of all, I have to check all the IDs and the classes. First of all, first IDs is section. I'm going to give the style for the section, okay, copy. Then here I go back in my style.css. For the ID should be start with the pound sign and open class, okay. If you have a class, you can start with the dot. If you have an ID, you have to start with the hash key, the pounds, okay. That's good. For the section, I can put the height first, okay. Height should be auto, okay. Then I can put the width for the section 1400 pixel, okay guys, okay. We have to put some random, sometime if it in not pixel, we can change this pixel amount, that doesn't matter, okay. Then I have the margin left, so margin left around 90 pixel, okay. Then font family, I have the Cambria, okay, good. Cambria, that's great, okay. Then I go back here, my admin home. Then we have to put some design for the content. So this is also ID, okay. And style.css come out from a section, okay. Pound sign and content, open the curly bracer. For the content, margin top around 30 pixel, it's fine, sorry, 30 pixel. Then I can put the height for the content area. It is auto is easy for us because it's take automatically. Just turn on, okay. So auto. Then the width of the content area is 950 pixel, okay, semicolon. Then we have to put the float left, okay. Let me check how to change this like that. Here we go, guys. It looks good, but still we need to do some changes. This is go left, so the image is very big. This paragraph is almost okay, but we have to put some, go back to original one. See here, this looks very good, but so we need to bring the sidebar here, guys, okay. So now guys, we have to give some style for the image tags, so okay. So go back my admin home.php. So here, so I already created the class name, which is image, imgs, then go back style.css, okay, dot imgs, open curly braces. For the, okay, for the image height and width should be 200 pixel, semicolon, the width 200 pixel, okay. The float and the margin, okay, float should be left, then in the margin is 20 pixel, okay, 20 pixels, okay. So go back my page and refresh. Oh my god, that's great. So looks very good, but still we have to be move this part, this area, okay. See here, that looks very nice, but there's some lines over here, guys. And also we have to create the data, user, so admin, what we call for that sidebar in the menus, we have to bring it over here, guys. So now guys, we have to create some style for our paragraph tags, okay. So go with my style.css or admin homes, okay. The paragraph tags, it is the para is the class name. So go back style.css, start para, open curly braces, okay. For the paragraph tags, text align, okay, that's very interesting. Is text align is important. Text align we can put like justify, put justify. Then the padding of my tags, okay, 15 pixel, okay, semicolon. Then the line height, sorry, the line height, okay, line height put like 34 pixel or 35, anything like that. So let me go and check that, guys. Refresh. Looks very beautiful, very nice. Okay, now we have to be work on that, our sidebar of the admin homepage. Now guys, we have to design the dashboard to our admin homepage. This is my original one. The dashboard here, there's some more list here, guys. So we have to create one by one. So go with my editor. Then here, this is my sidebar.php. First of all, so I'm going to be creating one dashboard title here, guys. Then up in here, okay. So my dashboard title should be in h3 tag, okay, and h3 tag. Okay, my goodness, h3 tag. So in h3 tag, I'm going to type a dashboard. Okay, then here I put the class, because if I use h3 tag, if I go back my style.css, come up. Okay, that is see h1, h2, h3. So I'm using the one different style for this alt tag, but I don't want to use this one, so I want to be give here for the separate style for here. So I just giving name for the class. Okay, this is called tag. This is the dashboards. So okay, then we have to be okay, control S, go back here, guys. Okay, refresh. Hey guys, the dashboard, but that title is in the left. I want to bring this one in the middle for this case. So go back here, because as my class name is a tags, then style.css. So now we can create tags. Okay, open curly braces, text alignment. Okay, something like that. Oh my god, today I don't know what's the problem. Okay, center, then go back here and refresh. So what's the problems? I don't know. Control S again, refresh. Sometime my cookie is making problems. It should come, that. So I haven't removed the cookies. Clear the cookies. Okay, so here we go, guys. Okay, dashboard is fine. It looks good. So then now we need another list here, guys, because now we had line put the line here, guys. Then we need the line list here, guys. Okay, so let me put the one line here, guys. Horizontal line. So guys is so side of the PHP bar. Okay, then I put this some br tag. Then again type HR for the line. Okay, okay, and go back here and refresh. Sorry, refresh here, guys. I got the line here, guys, but again go back. Then I put one more, the br tag for go for another section, another lines. Okay, here we go, guys. Good, so fine. Now let me create the list for our dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to start with the UL unordered list. Okay, and here okay, UL stand. What's going on, man? Today's okay, and okay here. Then I take a long space. For the list, I'm going to give one style for the class CSS class dot. You can put in any name like putting like for the list I'm putting as sidebar something like that. Okay, keep it as or side something like that. Okay, don't give the same name for some other classes because you have to give the separate name for each class. That's why it will work. Okay, so now I have created a UL and class in the side. That's great. So after that, now here I'm going to play with some PHP, the coding, because I don't want to go for some static list. So I want to go with some dynamic list. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. So I need one PHP tag. Okay, PHP. Here guys. Okay, so we don't need more or don't need spaces. Okay, so how's going on, man? There's a two tag. What's going on? I have already. I want to delete. What is this? I have so many lists. So there's extra something. I don't know why. Okay, good, great, guys. Okay, this is for here, this is for here, and this is for here. Good. So you should take care of this kind of thing because sometimes it does make some problem on your project. So now we have created PHP tag in that page. Okay, if he said I show you why I tell you why I'm doing this one. Okay, control session variable. Okay, session variable. Then typing AID. Okay, I'm telling the system, okay, if the user has stored that EID in the session, I ask system print this statement, okay, because if I go back here, guys, okay, let me go ahead and I'll show you how to do that, okay, for the more informations, okay, then I got PHP admin, okay, so you have to remember that, guys, because we already, oh, and here, enter. If I go back my database, it's called SMS. You guys, admin table, we have already created AID. Okay. For example, if here, then for example, like here, index.php, sorry, enter here. For example, if the admin ID, they are logging that with their username and the password. So when they are logging username and the password, they will get an AID, by in the any what we call by automatically, or it will be auto increment, something like that. So the admin has AID. So if any user stored AID in the session, I ask system to be generate this code. So I can write the code here, the list here, guys. Now let me create a list from a dashboard. Okay, I will take it out this first. I don't want this one. But I want to start with a single code. That's important because the double code are going to be used inside the list. Okay, so let me start with the list tag, li, and sorry, small is important. Okay, so open and close li list. Okay, And first of all, I want to create the class for CSS. Okay, it's called double quote. This is called li. Then between these two area, okay, I can create one anchor tag. Okay, e, and open and close. Okay, so here I can put the link for first thing is I want to be in here. If I go back to my original file, okay, click school informations and I got admin.homepage. I copy, come back here guys, okay, href equal double quote admin. Okay, so I don't want this forward slash. Okay, here, so here, and I need first thing is school informations. Okay, either you can copy, because you can't copy, I can copy here. Okay, good guys. Then in here with that school information, it's called information, something like that. Okay, good information. Control S and serve back. Okay, I don't get any change. Oh my god. Okay, I understood, because we want to be linked this page to our admin homepage. Okay, so I'll show you later, but we have to create the list files. Okay, then guys, and copy all. So you have to be, sorry, copy and paste several time. So how many time we want that? Because we need like around how many list we need? Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 3 and the 3 and the 3 and the 9 list, we know that. So, okay, already how many have we have? 4 completed, 5 6 2 4 6 7 8 9. Okay, that's great. Okay, first one is done. Okay, which is for admin home. Second one is that if I click the class, okay, this is a class.php, add class.php. But this page, still I did not create it. I want to be create that one. Okay, here, as, so I want to create one new page. It's called class.php and click the PHP extension. Okay, serve as, okay, that's done. Okay, so here, sidebar.php here, put the link here guys. Okay, control as and change the name for the class. Okay, that's great. Then third one is that subject add subject.php file. Oh, here guys, so I want to create a new file. Double click, then file, service. Okay, then and PHP extension, and okay, make sure you should have serve all the file into the main directory. Okay, then go back sidebar.php and then here remove this link. Okay, control V. So I want that this is a subject. Okay, get and delete this call information. Okay, subject. Okay, that's great. Then and the fourth one is the staff and add staff.php. So guys, okay, so go ahead and create a new one and file service. See the name I'm choosing add underscore staff.php because it's easy to remember. So that's the reason I just giving like that. Okay, then save and close these two files. I don't want this one. So again here, so I cannot be, that's the reason here. Okay, add staff. Okay, the name for the staff, this file for staff. Okay, good. Then we need the weave. Okay, click here, weave underscore staff. So go back here and double click file, service. So okay, PHP extension, then serve. So go back the sidebar.php. So remove this admin underscore home and put this one. So make sure all the names should be same, otherwise it won't work. So I have to put that name for this one, weave staff, something like that here. Okay, weave staff. Okay, I know today is some problem for me. Okay, then I go back here again, the weave exam, click over here guys. No, set exam. So copy, then go back, noted sublime and file and service. Okay, and PHP extension, then save. So close. Okay, then sidebar.php. So hey guys, remove this admin home.php and we have to put the name for this one, set exams. Okay, set exam. Okay, then again, sorry, then we need the weave exams. Okay, here. Very nice. Okay, Sublime, File, Surveys, and then okay, remove the forward slash here, and PHP extension, Surveys, okay, sidebar.php, and remove this part. Okay, here we go. So we need to check the name exactly, the Vive exams. So okay, here. So Vive exam, some okay, Vive exam. Control S. Then again that Vive students. Click here. Student.php. Okay, that's great. And here, the remove that one. Okay, control. Okay, student.php. So this is the okay. Go back here, guys. So okay, here. Student.vive student. Okay, so the name is Vive student. Okay, and finally, okay, the logout. Okay, so logout. Okay, let's go back to the index. I don't know because it's logout, so that's the reason. Okay, put the logout. Okay, okay, logout. We can put the logout. Okay, okay, this is logout. Okay, logout. But this is the name. But I want to create the new file. Did I create the student.php? No, I haven't yet. Okay, so yeah, we did for Vive exams. Okay, but we didn't create the iterant.php, so better we have to create. Okay, service, then okay, PHP extension, and good. So good eyes. Okay, now we have to create the one more called logout page. So I copy this one. Okay, then double click and file, service, then logout.php, and enter, then save. Very good, guys. Okay, but one more thing I have to change here. I want to remove this school information. I put that logout. Okay, guys, now it's done. So good job. So we have to be test these pages because we have to be link sidebar.php so into our admin homepage. Okay, this is my admin homepage now. If you take a look at my admin homepage, okay, I have already linked my sidebar.php in this section. If you come down a little bit, there's a div id section, and below that you have a sidebar.php. So once you serve that, go back to the admin homepage. If you refresh the page, you should get the list. But I haven't seen any list here, guys. So there are many reasons you should understand why I can't see any list, because even though if I create a list inside bar.php, then I have linked this page to our admin homepage. So there are many reasons I can be explained to you now, guys. Okay, go back the index.php. As per our, there's PHP coding, what I have informed to the system. Okay, come back, sidebar.php. So as per our if statement, I have informed to the system if the AID is stored in the session, I ask the system print this statement. So if I want to use this AID, I should log in with the username and the password. If I go back my local house, I have created an SMS database. In that we have an admin, then we have one record called admin and admin. So if I use the admin and admin, I should redirect to the admin home page. So if I use the admin and admin, okay, then only I will get a ID here. So then the system automatically be print this list to in this homepage, admin homepage. So still we haven't, set the query to our index.php. So if you take a look the index.php, okay, in this section, I'm going to be write the insert query first. Div class, equal to double quote log. This is my class of CSS. Okay, in this section, I'm going to be write the insert query for our database. Okay, the first thing is I want to create, if you want to write any PHP coding, you should start with the PHP syntax. Okay, that's good. But I have to take a long spaces, you can easily understanding all the code one by one. Okay, what's my first things I have checked? Because first thing is if I user click, I have to check whether the user clicked or not. So if they are clicked, I ask the system do these following steps. So in this case I have to type if call is that function. It means that if the user click that login button, so it will be happen following details. Okay, first thing is guys, we post. Okay, good. Then double quote. So here I have write that because our method is post. That's the reason I just typing the that dollar sign in the post. The post is the the global variable in PHP. Then I have to write here guys. If you go back the form, I put in here login. Okay, here the login here guys. Then an open and calibrate it. So now I have tried the SQL query. Now I'm going to create one variable called SQL. Okay, so if you want to be create any variable in PHP, you should start with a dollar sign SQL equal double quote. You can give any name for this variable, it doesn't matter, but you have to use the same name for in following steps. Okay, so I'm going to type select because I want to select. For example, if you go back my database here guys is my admin table, so I want to select these two the entities like a name and the password from admin table. So that's why I'm going to type the select start. Okay, from I'm going to type the table name which is admin. Then I'm going to give the condition. I asked the system check a name. Okay, equal double quote. Okay, inside the single quote is important. Can we type that control underscore post, then square bracket and double quote. It should be double quote. I should type that a name. Okay, a name. So I can explain this one because I asked the system check this a name. Okay, the a name is here in my table. This is a name. In this a name should be matched with the one I'm giving the name in my here the form a name. Okay, so okay. Then now and again take space and again type a pass. Okay, then equal single quote in that open and calibrate it, and because underscore post, you should understand why I'm typing the post, so I take a long space. Okay, because our map is post in that form, that's the reason I'm typing here. So that in post, so then open and close this cap bracket and double quote, he should type that he pass. That's great guys. Now we should end with a semicolon, enter. Then we have to run this query. Okay, so into our the database, for example the database file, because I already we have created the database.php. Okay, so go ahead in text.php. Now I can create another variable called res equal. Okay, if you run this query into your database, you should first type your database variable db. If you go back to that database.php, my variable is db. All that connection stored in this db. That's the reason I'm using the db here, guys. Okay, right, then an error pointer. Then you have to write the query. This is the the keywords for the MySQL. Then you have to type the SQL. Okay, SQL. Good. So SQL is important, right? Semicolon. After we putting this query, we have to check whether we have a records or not into our database. So, okay, that's very important. If they have no record, system reject you. If you have a records, if you have a same username password, then system allow to go to other pages. So I have to check whether we have records or not into our database. So in this case, I'm going to be write one is if statement. So if, so I can be use my res variable arrow operator num underscore rows greater than 0 if they have a records. So I'm going to tell the system do the following steps. Okay, so if you have records, now I want to be collect all the record from the database in arrays format. So in this case I'm going to be use the keyword called fetch associate. Okay, so in this case I'm going to be run this fetch associate with the one different variable called r dollar sign ro equal, this is my current previous variable. Okay, all the data is stored in this variable. Okay, res, then arrow operator, type fetch underscore associate, and open and close bracket, and the semicolon. One thing I'm gonna be tell you guys, because don't want to worry about this kind of script. This is steps we will do again and again entire course. We will going to be do that similar the script in the PHP and many times. So I'll be explaining again and again this kind of code. Okay, don't worry about it. This is the first time we are writing. Suppose if you are not understanding, so keep watching. You don't worry about it at all. I'm sure end of the course you will be understand better than me. Okay, good. So once you have a records, for example, once we get the data from the database in array format, so I'm going to be store this all the data in session. Okay, so how to do that? First thing is I'm going to type the guys. So session, this is a global variable in PHP. Okay, then double quote. I can type the AID, because if you go back my database, okay, this database log out now. I'm going to be logging again. So I'm going to be store that AID into my session, because you know why? Because if we go back again, sidebar.php, see here in this session, if they have AID, I ask system print this all the lists. Okay, so go back index.php here. So this AID should be equal to dollar arrow square bracket and okay AID. That's good. So semicolon. Same thing I'm gonna be do for my a name. Okay, copy, enter, AID equal to a name. This case a name. Also we get a name. Okay, good. So then, so for example, if the user entered the right username and the password, okay, I want to echo one more thing, guys. Echo here. I can be give the link to that user allowed to redirect the pages. Okay, that's important. So this is I can be write in the script, tag script, open and close script. Okay. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Okay, good. So in this script tag, I can be write one more coding. It's called window dot open. Okay, then open and close bracket. So you should understand this very carefully in single quote, because already we have used a double quote. So if you want to use again, you have to use a single quote. Okay. So what the page the user, for example, go back again here. When the user giving admin in the username and the password, the right username and the password, it should be redirect to the admin homepage. So I want to give this one here. Copy. Then back to my note editor. Then I put it here admin underscore dot home and the comma. Then I can type the self. Okay, self. But the self should be in the single quote. That's I forgot that. So that's good. So end of that you should put the semicolon. Okay, good. So let's say suppose the user giving the wrong username and the password. So I want to tell them, guy, you are giving the wrong username and password. Go back and check your username and the password with the admin. So I'm telling here else. Okay, else. Oh my goodness, what's going on today, man? Okay, else open curly bracket. Then I can take the echo and type here, guys. Okay, I can create one more div tag for this case. So div tag, we're going to create one more class for displaying our error message. Class call and double quote. Okay, error. I'm sorry, because we have to use the single quote. If you used okay error, here we have to take that invalid sorry, username and the password good. Okay, good. So I'm going to be explain again and again, guys. Don't worry about that. This is our select query from the database. Okay, so a name is our form. Here the AID, a pass and AID is it is in our database. The table columns. Okay, then okay, we are running this query into our database. Okay, well, good. Then if the use, we have to check whether we have records or not into our database. So that's the reason we're putting num underscore rows greater than 0. If they have a user, sorry, if they have a records, so we have to fetch all the data from the particular table in array formats. So that's the reason I'm typing like fetch arrows here. But I'm putting this one, I'm running this another variable to call arrow. You can put any variable, it doesn't matter. So once we get all the arrays, because we know that what's kind of the, what's it, AID num into the table. So that's the reason I'm going to be type this session, because I'm going to be store AID into the session. So AID, it's called, which is in session, should be equal to this AID. So that's why I'm doing the same thing for the A names. After that, we are putting the right username and the password. Okay, it should be redirected to the admin home page. Okay, echo double quote. Then I can giving the script tag window.open. It's another keyword in PHP. You don't worry about that. Then I'm giving this which page I should be redirect to the users. Okay, then I get the self. Itself be redirecting. So, okay. Suppose that the user putting the wrong username password. I want to display one error message to the user, guys. So invalid username and the password. Here I create one more class called error. So this is for my CSS design. So if I go back here, style.css, now I want to be what do we call, I want to be give the style for the error. Okay, open curly braces. Okay, before we give in this the style, we have to check whether we can can access or not into our admin page. So now guys, I'm back to my admin login area. So, okay, I want to give my username and the password. It should work. If my username and the password, if it write username and the password, it should redirect to my admin homepage. Okay, now I'm giving, so first of all I want to refresh my page. Then I type my username is admin and the password is admin. Okay, if I click, it should be redirect to the admin homepage. Then click here. Voila, good, fantastic, good job guys. So our query is working fine. So here that we have go back to that index.php, our query is working fine. It doesn't have any problems. Okay, it's taking all the admin and username and is direct to the admin homepage. That's fine, good. So one thing I have noticed here, my admin homepage, where's my dashboard? I have already created, but it is not displaying my here. So I have to check. Also, I make a mistake here. Dashboard. I want to change this one. Okay. So you guys, and go back sidebar. Okay. Then type here. Remove this dash. Okay. Save it and go back and refresh. Now the spell is changed. One. But I want to know that where is my list is gone? Why it is not displaying here? So I want to check the problem. Go back here, guys. Okay. See guys, now we are putting our username and the password. Okay. So I told you that if you put the username and password, you will create the AID automatically. It's auto increment. But the problem is that our AID stored in the session variable. Okay, but if you use any session variable in any PHP script, you should start the session on your top of the pages. That's very important, otherwise it won't work at all. I'll show you how to do that. See, now it doesn't working, okay, even if I refresh, my dashboard lists are not coming here. So I want to do one thing here. First thing is index.php, here in the top of the page, I'm start with the session start and semicolon and control serve. Again I go back my admin homepage. Again I'm putting session start and semicolon. So guys, now go back again, refresh. Here guys, fantastic. Now the AID is stored in the session. So what we have informed the system in the sidebar.php, if AID is stored in the session variable, I ask the system to be print this statement. Okay, suppose if the user doesn't have an AID, so I have to write the one more code, else I ask the system print this statement. Okay, so I want to copy entire page, okay, that's great. So here I'm going to be better copy with the echo. So now I want to create a new more list here, okay, because this is for AID users, for the admin AID session users. This is for, so the one who doesn't have the AID, so I'm going to be create a new list over here, guys. So at the moment we don't need to create any new list, because so we're going to be creating one more some more pages in this project. So I'm going to delete the entire part, or I just keeping like this is empty. So I need like 4-5 lists only. So I remove this part. So I want to be just putting the class as li is much better. Here I want to change everything, guys, so I can remove one by one. So, okay, we can keep it empty. Later we can fill this all the detail. So once we complete our the page creations into our projects. Okay, so here I don't want that. Okay, sorry, here we don't need this pages. Delete, hey guys, delete, and we can keep it as empty. Okay. Now we have completed our dashboard section into our admin homepage. We got all the list from sidebar.php. Now I want to give some style for this list because if you go back my original one, this is my new design, so I want to bring my design similar to the same design. Okay, so then, okay guys, so this is my sidebar.php. This is all the list in there. Okay, first of all, if you want to give any style, okay, so first you have to check the class is important. My class name of the list I just giving already a like, so I can use this name into my style.css. Go back to the style.css. Now I'm going to create the li, open curly braces. Now first thing I'm going to be give the position of my list. Position is relative, it doesn't matter. Okay, then the display, make it block. Okay, okay, then go back again, refresh, you will get the changes. So there's some changes in it, guys. Good. Then I'm gonna give the padding, because I want spaces. If you go back to my original one, there's a space between all the list. So I just giving the padding here. Padding, you can give that 10 pixel semicolon, no, so not semicolon, 15 pixel, then semicolon. Control serve. Okay, refresh. Sorry, refresh. Hey guys, that looks much better. Now guys, we need some more styles. Okay, so we need the margin bottom. The margin bottom, give the -1 pixel. Okay, go back again, refresh. Okay, see, it looks good. It's reducing the margins, guys. So now again, I can go back again. So make the background color. So background color, make it white. That's much better. Or you can put the FFF, the code of the white color. The refresh. It looks better. And then finally, I'm gonna put the border for my list area. Okay, border. What we call for the border. Okay, put the border. I think it looks good. Border. Okay, then I can give the border. First thing is guide 1 pixel. Yes, and the border outline is solid. Then the color of the border, sorry, hash. I have the code easy F0 F1, I think so. Okay, go back again, refresh. Oh guys, looks much better. Okay, that's giving everything. It's nice. Now guys, we have to work on welcome to admin homepage, these sections. So if I go with my original one, so okay, see the welcome admin is in the center, there is in the horizontal line. So I want to work on this, guys. Okay, go back my editor, then admin homepage. Okay, this is my welcome page, welcome message, welcome to the admin homepage. I want to bring this one to the central. So here, if I go back my style.css, we have already created one class named text. The style of the class is text align is center. So if you give this class name into the h3 tag, okay, I copy, or okay, it doesn't matter, then admin home here. So yeah, I take this space and type class and text. Okay, good. Control serve, go back and refresh. Refresh. So now we bring our title into the central. Okay. Now guys, see here, welcome to admin homepage. Here, welcome admin, that's a different. So for example, if any user has the name in admin, it should say, the system should say welcome admin. If the name, the user has a different name, for example, Nifrash, so welcome Nifrash. If the user has a different name, something like that. So I want to work on this, guys. So in this case, what I have to do, guys, for example, here, this is my page, right? I want to start with welcome, then it should take that the whoever log in with their username, it should say that their username like that. So here, I'm going to write one PHP coding here. Okay, PHP. Then I can start with the session variable. The session is a global variable in PHP. The session, why I am writing the session, the reason is that, for example, whenever whoever the login with their username in the password is automatically goes to store with the session. So I'm going to type the session underscore session, and here square bracket, you have to put there here in name. Okay, good guys. Control F. Okay, then finally you have to put the semicolon. I show you how it works like that. Okay, give some time. Then I'm gonna put the BR tag. No, I mean the line here, guys. HR. Then one more I can put the BR, guys. Control serve. Okay, so welcome. So I should say that admin, because if I go over here and refresh, see guys, welcome, but it doesn't take over there. But in the problem is that we have to log in again. I think so. So let me again admin. So here's welcome. So I have to check why it is wrong. So here and session should be session. Oh my goodness, I have missed the echo. Okay, control. So now it should work. Welcome admin. For example, if I use a different username password, how it's work? Let me check now. Okay, so I go back my PHP admin. Okay, I got my database and then table admin. Now I'm gonna insert one more data here, guys. Insert. I'm putting my name, refresh, and the password is 123456, and go. Now I have created one records into my database. Okay, browse. Now I have two records. Then go back here. Then my browser. Then back. Then refresh. Now I'm gonna give my username. Refresh. I should log in. 123456. Guys, see, welcome. Refresh. This is the way it's working. It's like that. Also, we have to work one more design. Okay, guys. For example, if the user giving username and the password is wrong, for example, my name is admin or something like that, I put in wrong password. So it's a system giving invalid username password. Okay, password is wrong. Okay, I go back here. So index.php password is wrong, spell is wrong. Okay, very good. So go back here, guys, and refresh. So I'm putting now again wrong password, something like that. So I'm getting invalid username and the password. For this text, I have to use some style. Already I have created one more class called error. So okay, I want to walk into my okay here. So dot errors. Okay. So I'm gonna give some style. First thing is I want to give the background. Okay, background, something like that. The color, we can put the green color, something like that. Okay, we don't have the codes, you can type the name of the color. That doesn't matter. Okay, and then is that the white of the text, it is white, something like that. And end of the semicolon, the line height I'm putting okay, putting 30 pixel, how will be okay. Otherwise we can change. And the border, the border here, the border radius something like 5 pixel, then and the height and putting 30 pixel. Okay, go back here, guys, then refresh. Okay, now I'm putting admin with the username, putting wrong password. Okay, login here, guys. No having a problem. So okay, go back here and control serve. Why it is not working? So okay, go back here, guys. Error. So right, the same name should be. My goodness. Okay, that's right. Here. Okay. Okay, now it's logging. Oh my goodness. Okay, refresh. Putting one password. I don't know why it's working. Let me check again one more time here. So index.php, double quote, something that's fine. Div class. Looks good. So it is not working. Okay, let me remove the cookies history. Okay, that's much better. Then we can check what's the problem. This thing is okay. I'm going here, and again SMS. Okay, I'm putting no wrong password, 1 something like that. Here, guys, it's working fine, but I have to bring this one in the central. Okay, then go back again. Style.css. Okay, where's my error class here? And I'm giving here text align. It should be in center. Okay, okay. Type text align. Okay, here, guys, text align center. Semicolon. Sorry, I put two semicolon. And finally, I put the margin bottom. Margin bottom around 10 pixels. So it should be good. Okay. Then again, go back here, guys. Sometime refresh. I'm putting wrong password. Okay, guys, good job. So now we have to work in navigation bar. For example, if you go back my projects, okay, So if you go back to my original one, we have a nice background with a navigation bar, so we need to create this navigation bar into our projects. Okay, for example, if I log out, okay, so if I go back my main page, I have another navigation bar. Okay, so each user have a navigation bar with the different menus. For example, if I log in here, so we take about this is the main page to be in order to be logged into the admin sites. Okay, so if you take a look, this navigation bar has admin, teacher, contact us. Okay, so if I put the username password for the admins and I log in here, guys, so if you take a look, this admin bar, it has the admin home and the settings. So we have to be design similar navigation bar into our project. So first of all, if you want to be create the navigation bar, so I'll go back my editor. So, okay, then I want to create one more new file called navi.php. So okay, right, good. This is my folder for my SMS, my projects folder. So I'm going to type the name for this file called navibar.php. You can give any name, whatever, that doesn't matter, but you have to be keep in mind this name to be, we can be give this in all the pages. Okay, so I'm going to be give the extension for my file, which is PHP. Then I'm click serve. So now I want to be write some PHP coding for navigation bar. First of all, I want to explain, because if you talk about sidebar, already we have created one sidebar for admin homepage. The similar concept I'm going to be used into navigation bar. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to be create one more section. Okay, so I'm going to be used for the div. Okay, in that div I can be create one more class for my CSS design. So I class, so for this class I'm gonna be give the navy bar. Okay, give the name in the short way, then only you can easily memorize that. Okay, so here I created one section called div and the class ID, class for navy.bar. Okay, I'll take a look. So I'll take a long space between them. Then okay, now I'm going to be create one UL list. Okay, unordered list. Okay, so in this case I'm going to type UL. Okay, sometime if I get extras, that closing bracket, so you have to close it. Okay, for the UL I'm going to be give one more class. Okay, that's called put list, because if you take a look sidebar, the same class ID I can be used now. Okay, for the list. Okay, see class. So okay, I'm going to use this class IDs. Okay, that's then, so now I have to create for the list for my navigation bar. The first thing is, before that, in okay, I will take a look one more. Okay, space here. Now I want to put one heading, because if you take a look this side, so I have putting like a school management system. So I want to bring this heading in my left side of navigation bar. So then I go back here, guys. I'm going to type one title called school management system. Okay, that's great. School management system. So I want to make this one bold. So in this case, I can use the bold tag in the HTML. So I want to bring out this one here, cut, then I want to be paste over here, guys. But I want to give some more style. Okay, in this, the HTML tag. Okay, for school management system title. So in this case, I can use some style inside the bold tag. Okay, called style. In the style, first thing is I want to color, because if you take a look, my color it is white. So if you here, this is the white color. Okay, then I want another one called like it is in left side, so I want to put the float, it is the left. Okay, that's the important thing. Okay, I want to add some more, the style. Another one is line height. 50 pixel. Okay, so sorry, 50 pixel. Okay, then in the margin for my title, okay, the margin left, it would be good, because my margin left. Okay, margin left around, we'll put 15 pixel. Okay, guys, sometime I know the exact value. That's the reason I'm directly putting 50 and 15. Sometime if you want to be change this kind of values of each CSS properties, you can change yourself. That doesn't matter, but better have to be match each other. That's important thing. That then I can add font family. I'm gonna put the Cooper Black semicolon. Then That's enough, I think. Let me control save. So I did this part because this all this style goes to this title. Okay. So guys, now I'm going to be create one PHP navigation list. So I'm going to start with the PHP. Always when you write any PHP script, you should write with the PHP tag. Syntax is important. So guys, what we did in sidebar.php, I told you that this is the reason why I'm using this statement. For example, if I go back my projects, okay, so if I go back here, so here is my login area. So I'm putting username password for the admin. Okay, if I log in here, okay, so each user, our system, each user has one unique ID. So unique, the auto increment ID. For if you go back my local host, the web database, so now only we have admin table into my database. So if you click the admin table, so I have two user, okay, one for a admin, another one for the Nifrash, okay. So I can either I can give this username or this username in order to be login, okay. So each username we have an AID code 1 and 3. So for example, if I use this username and the password, okay, this AID automatically will be stored in the session. So I want to take this AID, okay, for this navigation bar creations. That's the reason I'm putting AID here, guys. Okay. For example, if I put username and the password for admin and admin, they can able to see this all entire list for the admin section. So that's the reason I'm putting here. So, but if you go back my original one, okay, so in my admin case, if I'm putting admin, I should get admin home, settings, and the logout. These three fields I want to add into my navigation bar for admin section. So in this case, what I have to do, guys, into my navigation bar dot navidabar dot php. So I can write some script, guy. For example, if is at okay, because that means that the particular function is pressed, okay, then here I can write underscore session, okay, then I'm going to put the AID because double quote is important, AID. Then so once the AID is stored in the session, so I ask system to print following statement. So I don't want to write this repeat again, so I want to be copy this one. So okay, and then paste over here. That's a good idea because we can save the more time. But now if I go back my original one, I have only three lists here. So one for admin home, another one for BN settings, and then finally I got logout. So I want to be create the three lists for these three menus for navigations, and I go back my editor. So now I want only three lists, so I can be delete the rest of them. So okay. So it's the same concept because but here I don't need any style because if I put this style, this class ID, it will be take my for style for my sidebar style. So in this case, I want to be remove this all this class IDs here. Okay, that's the reason. So I don't want to be put any class IDs, guys. Okay, so I want to be delete over here. So we don't need because we can delete again. So then I want to put the one link. Okay, first thing is guys, I need the admin home for this one because it is be redirected same page. That's the reason I'm putting admin home. So I keep it as it is, but I want to change the name here, guys. Very important. So I'm putting like admin home. Okay, then I copy and again paste 2 times because we need the three lists. So next one I want the settings because here if you go back here I have any settings. So again instead of admin home, so I want to type settings. Okay, that's good, settings. Then so I want to put the there for the link for the settings page, but so far I did not create the settings page because this settings page belongs to change the password. Okay, so what I have to do now, first of all, I want to be create one more page. Okay, so file, then save as. So I put the name for because this settings belongs to changing the passwords. So I want to create one more file called change underscore password. So you can put any name as I informed you. I'm putting very small type of the names the file name. So that's a reason I just putting like change underscore pass. So here I'm going to change my extension of the file. So I just click save as. So that's great. So I want to copy this one here, guys. Right click the renames and right click and copy. So I want this file name putting into this my list. So that's the reason. So I don't want to delete everything. I just keep it p.php extension. So I'm putting like that. Now finally, I want the logout button. So if you go back here, here you can see the logout button. So I want to create one more file, I think. So good. So here in the logout button, we can put the logout.php name. So here, save as. Okay, logout. It's okay. I have already. So we have already this one. So we already created, I think. So we don't want to create again and again. So cancel. So here, if you go back here, this is our logout section. So rename. So I want to copy entire names. So then I'm back in my navigation bar.php. So here I gonna be delete entire names and I'm gonna be paste away, guys. So this is I want to be change the name goes to logout. Okay, good. Now we have created three lists for our navigations bar. So meaning that, guys, if the user have login, okay, they are putting their admin and admin, so they will get the AID. The particular AID will be stored in session. So in the session, if the AID is there, the system automatically print this list. Okay, suppose the user doesn't have any AID, so I want to tell the system, okay, print this following the list. So I want to copy this again and again. So okay, copy and copy. Okay, good. So here I have to write different list names because the reason is that, guys, because if you go back here, so I want to be remove this part. I want to log out again. I want to show you the navigation for this one has no AID store in the session. It is a common one. So we want to put this admin and the teachers in the contact as. Okay, so let me add these three field into our list. Okay, first of all, so it is already there, I think, here admin home. Remove this one. Okay, instead of admin home, so for example admin underscore home.php, I am putting index.php. Then I want one more teacher login, so I want to add the teacher login here. So I remove the settings, teacher, okay, teacher login. Okay, so I want to be put the link or this page to this one, because so I want to create one more file called teacher. Okay, I don't have it already because I have to create it one more time. So for the teacher, I want to give the name for teacher underscore login. Okay, teacher underscore login. Okay, I want to copy this one. I want to use this one more time. So I'm giving the PHP extensions. Okay, then teacher, is it right? That's fine. Survey is good. Then I go back my navbar.php here. I will remove the PHP file names and I'll bring my names. Then finally we need the contact as.php, this one. So we don't have any contact as PHP file, so I want to be create one more time. Okay, yeah, I'm putting like contact, okay, PHP and create. Oh my god, okay, good. So go back and read out here. So I want to be remove this part, putting like contact as and here I want to put like contact. Okay, good. Sometimes if you make a mistake in the putting the spelling like something differently in the names, so we can fix it later. That doesn't matter if you're not working properly. So now we have created control serve, right? So now we want to link this page to our index.php and we have to link this page to our admin home.php. Now guys, we have to link our navbar.php, this file, into our index.php and admin home.php. Then only it will be work, otherwise, because if you go back my original file here, for example, if I go back in the admin login area, So it has the admin, that home and the setting logouts. Already we have created this list. If you go back here and navigation bar, we have this list and we have this list. So we have to put in this list into our index.php as well, and to our admin home.php. So if you want to link this page to our index.php, if you go back index.php, so you can see the body tag. Under the body tag, we're going to be create one more PHP syntax. Okay, then sorry. So if you want to create the PHP, put the questions mark, then PHP, and type include. What's going on, guys? Include and double quote. If you want to add any file into another file, so you have to use the keywords in PHP, which is include. Okay, then we're going to be put the name for the file, particular file is navbar.php. Okay, so I already linked that one. So if I go back here, guys, this is my file. Okay, my projects. So there's no index bar, the navigation bar. So then I have refresh, guys. Good. So now I have linked. It's working properly, but I want to make some style. That's a reason, because if you take a look this one, so it has some background color. There's now float section, there's bold, something like that. We have to give them this style to our CSS file. Okay, so first thing is, guys, if I go back my Navi, so okay, I have one class called navigation Navi bar. Then I have to give the style for the list. Then I have these two things first thing. Then I have to be the style for the anchor text. Okay, so I'll go with my style.php. So okay, then I can start the styling for my navigation bar.php's classes. Okay, and first thing is, guys, we're gonna be create that for Navi. Okay, because this is I want to copy, because this is my class name. Copy, and I'm gonna keep it here and open and sorry, if you want to type any classes, start with a dot in as per the CSS rules. So then we have to create the first thing is, guys, the background is important. If you go back here, this is my background. So so that's the reason I just right click it, guys. So I want to copy this color code. That's important for me, otherwise I will get forget again one more time. So here a dot here, this is my color code, copy. Right, I go back my style.css. First thing is, guys, I want to type the background color. So background color or background anything doesn't matter. So background color, okay, what's going on, guys? So let me type again. So background color, and I want to put this in color, okay, semicolon. Okay, so that's important. Okay, then I'm gonna put the height for for the navigation bar, which is 60 pixel. Okay, then I'm gonna put the next one is a width. I'm putting the 100% because the why I'm putting the 100%, the reason why is that, guys, for example, if you take a look my original one, see this width is different. If I log in into admin home, this width is different. That's the reason it will take entire page till 100%. This one in staying into my that this area. So that's the reason I'm putting 100%. That's much better. Then, guys, that's done. Okay, I want to put the semicolon for this one. Control S. Then, guys, I go back here. Voila, that's great. So now I got my title, because in the title here, the navy dot, this is the title I got over here. Because for the title, I already create that style for inside the body tag, sorry, in the bold tags. So that's why it's coming bold, float, something like that, So here I got the, the right way in my title in the left side. So if I go back my original, it is right. Now we have to, make alignment for this list. That's important. Again, so if I go back my navy.bar, I have one class I have created called list. So let me give the style for the list. First things, guys. Okay, then come back here. Dot list, open curly braces. For the list style, I can type first things, guys. This style is important. I make it none. Then I'm gonna give the text align, because my all the tags should be in the right. So because if I go back here, so original one, my text in this list should be in the right side. So that's the reason I'm putting text align right, and fine. Control S. So then I go back here and refresh. You guys, that's good job, right? Then come back here. So now I want to be style for another one, because here navy.php, this one I have an anchor text, so I want to give the style for this one. So if you want to give this style inside the anchor tag, into the CSS, there's some rules. You should write first thing is guide guys dot lace then li, because if I go by li mean this one guys, this is the, so I want to give the for the style for the li, then I'm going to give the style for the anchor tag. Okay, so first thing is li should be in because why, why, because I want to display this one, open curly brace, display in a line. That's a good thing. So, okay, let me check what's the result we got. So it looks much better, that's great. No need to be, you can drop down menu, we need it in the line though. That's the reason I'm putting this CSS properties. Let me again, okay, dot li list, then again li. Now this time we're going to give the style for the anchor text. So I'm putting the anchor e and open curly brace. Here we have to write the style for our anchor text. Decoration, first one, we don't need that kind of any decoration into our list, so I make it none. Then color for my tags, anchor tags, it is called white. You have to type the white, otherwise you can put the white color codes, that's for HTML codes. Okay, then I want to put the line height. Line height should be 50 pixel. The reason why I'm putting 50 pixel, if you go back navi.bar this page, so you already have giving style for my school management system. Okay, this title, the line height I have already given 50 pixel. That's the reason I also, because I want to match this one each other, it should become in the parallel. Otherwise if I change this the measurement, the pick 50, if I put like different measurement, if I go back here, see here, this one should be in equal line, so that's why I'm putting here. So here I'm going to go back again, style dot sun 50 pixel. Then finally I want to add some padding for between the the list, so I'm putting like 20 pixel. That's great. So go back here guys, and I'm going to be refresh. Voila, good guys, fantastic job. So now we have designed our navigation, we have linked our navigation into our for example into our index.php. Suppose if I log in, for example I'm putting username and the password, so I haven't any navigation to my admin home. So the reason why I haven't add link to my navigation into my admin home, so that's the reason I didn't get my navigation bar into my admin home page. So that's why, so we have to put that, because first thing is I go back here. So saving the time, we don't need to type again same coding into one place, that's why I just copy some time. That's why very important. Same place we have to put, where is that body tag. Okay, this is my home page, admin home page. Control S. Now guys, good. So did you feel one different here guys? Because here, see, in that case, I'm putting here guys admin home here, setting here logout. So if you take a look this so for example I want to go back again my admin login area. See here I got admin home, settings, logout. If I go back here, this is my navigation bar. Let's see, but it is displaying admin teacher contact us. See here, so reason here. Okay, good. So first thing is I want to tell you one thing before that. Okay, first thing is let me link over there. Okay, where's my admin home? Okay, Control S. Let me refresh and see that. So voila, good guys. See guys, I got, see, so admin home settings logout guys. So now I have linked to my in navigation.php, and I have linked to my what we call index.php into navigation bar. So the both is working fine. So our navigation bar is fine and everything is working perfectly. Another important thing I have to inform you guys, because here if I go back here my navigation bar, navi.bar php, this file, so what is our condition in that php? If the user has, if the session has AID IR system to print this list, if the user doesn't have any session, any IDs in the session, IR system to print this one. So if I go back here guys, for example, see if I refresh, so I'm getting admin home setting logout. It's wrong, because this one currently there's no session served in any IDs in that session pages. That's the reason. This is completely wrong, because as per our PHP statement it should be print this page. That's some problem, because if I go back again, if I log in, so I'm getting now admin home setting. That's fine, because if I use admin and admin username and the password, okay, it is storing that AID into the session. So that time the system checking the AID has some this sessions, okay, for example. So the system is in printing these statements, that's fine. But for example, if I go back this page, it should be there's no session stored in the sorry, there's no IDs stored in my session, so it should be print this area, this list. But I don't know why it's not. Maybe the cookies issue. So that's the reason. So what do you have to careful, guys? Sometime copy, go back here, guys. Start with the new ignorance window. Okay, Control V. Here, guys, I got now different changes because the cookie is making problem. That's the reason it's not giving the changes into my browser. So now it's looking better because if I go back to navigation bar, so my system, if there are no session, no IDs in my session, I take this list. The same thing system's working here. So guys, sorry, here working fine. So if I put admin, then if I put admin password, enter. So here, guys, I'm getting now different lists. So our navigation bar is working properly. So now we have to create one more navigation list over here, guys, because for the teachers pages. So we'll do it in the later times. Now I have to set the login for teachers login. So we have to create the one page for the teachers. Already we have created the page, so we have to write the coding for the teacher logins. Okay, first of all, this is my that admin login area. So if I click, so I have a problem. So the page is not working properly. So I go back here, I have to check my list. So I have to optimize. Okay, here I have missed that .php. Always a very important extension, because so if you miss the extension .php, it won't work at all. That's the important thing there. Then we have to copy this one. Copy and paste is important when you're putting the same name for everywhere. So if you copy the file list over here, guys, see here. So I have another problem because I want to change this file name because it belongs to .php. Otherwise, it won't work. So that's done. Okay, I enter, then file name has been changed. So then I go back here, then I refresh. Guys, there's nothing. Okay, that's good. So let me go back again. Okay, so that's blank page. So if I go back here, my teacher.login page, I have nothing inside. So what I have to do, guys, because that's a small tricks, because we need the same page, but only thing we want to change this title. So we have to write this script, the PHP, the insert query for not the select query from the database. That's the important thing. So our very simple things, and I go back here, then I go open my index.php, Control A, Control C. I want entire code because I am my page similar to my index.php. So this is my teacher's login page, and Control V. So here I have to change something because here I want to remove all the PHP tags I don't need at all. Control is here, instead of admin login, so I have to put the teachers login. That's great idea, good. Then go back here, guys, then here. So if I click the teacher here we go, guys. That's fantastic job, good. So now we have completed teachers login. Now this forms belongs to teacher login. So first thing is I want to create one database for the teachers into my database. This is my database called SMS. I only have one table called admin, so I want to add one more table. Okay, so if you want to add one more table, here in the below you can put the staff, and I create one table called staff. I need like one for ID, auto increment ID, another one for the name for the teachers, another one the password for the teachers, and I want to put them qualification, then I want to put them the salary. So in this case I want 5 table. I think TID, TNAME, and TPAS. Sometime we can put the qualification and the salary. So in this case we need the 5 columns. So click OK, then you can add one by one. So for teacher ID I'm putting TID, okay, then TNAME for the teachers, okay, then TPAS, okay, guys, then and we need the qualification. We need to put their qualification of the teacher, then they put the salary. So okay, so this is worker, there's nothing. Okay, worker here, because only keep it leave it like a TID to the integers, and otherwise we have to change the worker type. And now I'm always telling, the first one is the auto increment TID, because we don't need to be conflict each others. That's the reason. Now everything is fine. Now we have to put the length for the worker extension, type 150 You can put anything, that doesn't matter, but one fit is I'm just keeping as a comment. So now guys, I have completed my, the call, what we call, created my database for the teacher login. So now I want to be add some records. So this records, the reason is that I want, let me insert some record. Okay, so you can insert a record here guys. For example, TID, leave it, this is auto increment. I'm putting like it's Sarah, something like that, Sarah. The password is 12344 something. Qualification, for example, BA, salary 150, something like that. Okay. So now I have added one more record into my staff. Okay, this is my, so if I browse, so you can see the records over here, guys. Okay, that's good things. Okay, now we have write a script for this one to be, the for the login. So for the teachers, if the users, because it's a teacher, so if they use their username and the password into this form, it should be login to them. Okay, now let me write the select query for the teacher login. Okay, this is my teacher login.php. Then I can start with the the PHP tag, open and close. Guys, it is similar to our index.php. If you go back to index.php, it is very similar. There's nothing that much change. So you're going to be use a similar concept. So this time I don't need to be copy because I want to explain it one by one more time. So that's why I didn't copy from here. Then simply I can start with a fresh. Okay. First thing, guys, what we have to check first, if the login button press, that's important. So we have to put the code for these things. So I'm going to be select if the login button is pressed. So if I'm going to be type the ESET command, if the login is pressed, what is the name of the name login? For the login is pressed here. So I put the double quote. So type copy, Control V login. So once it's pressed, so I asked system to print this kind of statement. First things, guys, we have write the select query. I'm going to be create one temporary variable called SQL anything, and I'm going to put the double quotes. And we have write the select query select. Okay, then select from where? So because I want to select from entire things, that's the reason. So here guys, sometime we go back here. So I want to select from this two things. Okay. So then the reason, so I'm going to type here select star from, okay, what's the database name called staff. Then I'm going to put the condition to the system where, so because this, when the user giving, for example, when the user giving this name, this field, it should be matched with my database. Okay, so if not, it won't be login. So we have to write the coding for here, guys. So where, so t name equal, okay, and single quote open in curly braces inside that. So I'm going to use the method called the post. Then I have to type that here. So what's the name of it, guys? I put in here, very simple. Okay, here one more thing I have to notice, guys, because here, because we don't need to put the a pass. This is for the admin pass. I'm putting the pass. We don't need to be conflict. So yeah, I will also want to change this as the, instead of a name, I can put the name. That's important. Okay, so because why I'm using the post, because my my forms, the method is the post. That's the reason I'm using the post in that. Okay, guys. Then what I have to do, guys, again, so here instead of here in this square bracket, so I can put the double quote name. That's done. Then comma, I want now the password, comma, then tpass, because we already assigned tpass into our database, equal single quote 2 times, then open curly braces. Then I can write my method of the form, which is post, okay, underscore post, square bracket in double quote, okay, then we have to put the pass. The pass, it is, guys, for example, you can check the pass over here, guys. That's why I'm putting the pass here, guys. So then what I have to, guys, okay, now we have write the query for our select query. Then end of that, you have to be put the semicolon, very important. Each PHP tag, you have to put that. Then I want to run this query to one, because one more variable called res, anything, something like that. So I'm going to start with my db. Okay, start db, because my database variable arrow operator. Then I'm going to type query, then open and close bracket. Then I want to copy this variable, because why, this all the select query stored in this variable. That's why I'm copy and paste over here, guys. So very simple concept. That's nothing big thing. We don't need to change any, we don't need to think much more. Very simple. The query is the keywords, so we are putting that the store, this one SQL is the completely stored this one, this variable. Okay, then guys, then what I have to know, all the detail, now all the database detail is stored in this, now this variable. Now I want to check whether we have our records or not. Similar concept again. I want to be I'm going to use the if statement. Okay, and again, and here then type that, guys, for that, if res, for example, okay, if the res has an records, I ask the system, sorry, if the res has an records, so I can type that if you want to check the record, num underscore rows, okay, num underscore rows, if the greater than 0, if they have a records, mean if they have greater than 0, mean, guys, if they have a record, I ask the system, okay, work on these following statements. Okay, so if they have a records, so now I want to be the list out all the username and the password into array formats. So for this case I can use another variable called arrow equal, then because this is already, we have this one here, all the detail, all the database query is served to this variable, that's why I'm using here. Then I'm going to be arrow operator, then I'm typing very keywords call in patch associate and open and close bracket, then end of that semicolon. That's great. Now, so afterward, now I'm going to type the session, because I want the session, because I want our system to store our IDs into the session. So I'm going to be use the session here. Session is a global variable in PHP. That's I'm going to be use this time double quote, okay, TID. Then this session should be, this now my all the fetch arrows stored in my arrow variable. So I want to match with this one here, arrow TID. Okay, same thing, I can go give my T name as well, semicolon here, copy, then here instead of TID I am putting T name. Okay, here also T name. Okay, good. So guys, it's very simple, same concept I explained in index.php. So if you not understand, you can go back and review that. So after that, what I have to do that in the system, I'm telling system, guys, redirect the echo. So okay, so for example, if the user putting the right username and the password, okay, so I want to be enter them to the another page. Okay, I can even start with some script tag, script open and close bracket, guys, copy. Then sometime my tab is not working, that's why I'm just copying 2 times. So I want to tell them system open this page, once they have a username and the password, the right username and the password. So I'm going to type that window dot open. Okay, window dot open. Spells are very important, otherwise you will get errors, So again, I can be open and close bracket. So I'm telling them system to be open this page, single quote, teacher underscore home. So right now we don't have a teachers underscore home, we have to create now. So in this case, so for the time being, I'm gonna copy, because I don't need to be spelled badly. So instead of here, teacher underscore home, now we have to create that teacher underscore home page. Okay, then this is done. Okay guys, afterward, comma, semicolon, underscore self, it's for this, it's be redirect the same place, same page, that's why I'm putting as underscore. Okay, that's why it's now it's done. Suppose if the user putting the wrong username and the password, guys, so I'm going to type the else statement, okay, echo. Then this time I can be use the div tag. Okay, open and close the div tag. Then here, guys, I'm going to use one class name called, for example, error, because already we have created this class name called error. You can check into know what's going on. Okay, so here I have to use the single quote, because if I use already double quote, so you can't use the double quote again and again inside the echo print, so I can use the, so here I'll get error. So now it's fine. So I'll tell them invalid username in the password. What's going on, guys? Password. Okay, so invalid. So I type again. Okay, invalid username and the password. Invalid username here, guys. username. Okay, so now invalid username and the password. Okay, now we have to test whether it is working or not our script. Okay, very well. Okay, so before you have to check one by one, script is fine, self is fine because teacher home is direct to the teacher home. This is okay, this is okay. Okay, let me check out that how it's working now, because already we have, if I go back my that PHP admin, so my admin database here, so I put in one, the username Sarah and the password is 1234. So if I put this username and the password, it should be redirect. Now guys, we have to test our teacher page logins. Okay, then I have to go here, click teacher. Okay, I got error. Let me fix this one. What's the problems? Okay, they cannot use the set inside the open and close bracket, the line number 30. Let me go and fix this one, guys. Okay, so line number 30 here, if you said, oh my god, I have missed the post method here, I have to add the post methods, because if you go back here, our the form method is called post, then so now I have to put the post method here, guys. So $ underscore, then post, then square bracket, both places, then square bracket. That should be very important, otherwise it won't work our forms. Control S and go back here, then refresh. Here we go, guys, it's working fine. Now we got the title for the teachers login. Now we have to give the teachers username and the password. As you know, the guys, already we have created one record into our database, which is one table called staff. We put the username for the teacher called Sarah, then we have to put the password for the 1234. By using this username and the password, we have to be logged in our page. So go back here, guys. I'm putting Sarah, then I'm putting 1234. See, if the username and the password is right, what the query we have written over here, guys, see, if everything is okay, so we should be redirected to this home page, teacher underscore home page. Let me see how it's working. So if I click login here, so here teacher login page, so if I click login here, oh my god, it's fine, it's working perfect. That's great. So but till now we don't have any, the teachers login homepage, that we don't have it. We have to create this page. Okay, guys, then back here, guys. Okay, refresh. Suppose, let's say if I put the wrong username password, something like that, so I should get error message, because this is my error message here. So because invalid username or the passwords. Okay, so it means that, again, then put that here. That's great. That's good things. Very good. So yeah, I don't want capital O here, and I'll make a small O, and then refresh. Okay, so if I put something, anything like that, putting some password, it's giving invalid or username or passwords. So this is where how it's a teacher login working. Now we have to be, design our teacher home page. Now guys, we have completed our teacher login page. Now we have to set one more page called teacher home page. Okay, if anyone put the username and the password, it should be redirect to the teacher home page. So in this case, I have to set one more page here, guys. So then I double click over, guys. Okay, I want to copy this name. This is our script, the teacher login script. So if they're putting username and the password, it should be redirect to this page. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to got the empty one in file service. So I'm going to give the name called teacher underscore home and putting the PHP extension, then serve it, guys. That's good things, guys. Great. Now we have created one teacher homepage file. So my point is that the teacher homepage should be similar to design for admin homepage. So I'm going to be copy for admin homepage coding, then go back and paste it, guys. So it's good. So guys, let me go on our forms and let me check how it's working. And now I'm putting here Sarah. Before I want to refresh the page first of all. So here, then put the Sarah. This is my teacher login username and the password. So it's now redirect to my teacher homepage, I guess. So see, this is similar to my my admin homes, so I don't want all the information. Okay, if I go back my original design for teacher homepage, it is similar to this design. So I want to keep this all the sidebar, but I want to be add this all the form into my homepage as teacher homepage. So in this case, guys, I want to remove this entire part. I don't need this kind of all the information. So from here to here, the school information, I don't need them. So okay, first of all, and okay, I don't need this all the title and stuff like that. Okay, I want to remove this all the part, and control save and go back and refresh your teacher homepage. There you guys. But only thing I have to change the welcome admin. So instead of welcome admin, I want to put the teacher's name. So in this case, go back this PHP tag and remove this one and put the T name. T name from where I got from database, okay? The TID, okay? So go back here and refresh. So you guys, welcome Sara. This is my teacher name. So okay, now it's working fine. So now go back original one. So now we want to put this kind of form into our page here, guys. Okay. Now we have to be keep working into admin section. We have already created admin homepage.php. So if you take a look at my original projects, if you go back to the class sections, there is a two type of the data I have added, so one side we can able to be add the new classes. Once we add the new classes, you can able to see the class detail in this table. So we have to create these two type of the data into my project. So if you go back my original ones, okay, if I click the class, it is empty now, so now we have to write the coding for this class.php. So go back my editor, then already we have created the page called class add class.php. Basically, our all the pages belongs to the admin section. It is similar to our admin homepage design. So first thing is what I have to do now. I go back my admin underscore dot homepage. I control A and control C. Then I come back my admin underscore add underscore class dot php. I paste all the codes. So control S. So then I go back my projects. And then if I refresh, here we go. So that's got the same design. So basically we don't need this much information. So instead of this information, we have to be put this information. So I go back my editor. Then first thing is what I have to do, guys. We can keep the sidebar. Okay, we don't need these things. First thing is I want to be remove this part like that from paragraph to this area. Control S and go back here. Then I refresh. Here we guys, but we don't need this also, then we can remove here, guys. So that's great. All right, control S. Then I go back here, I can refresh, I can see the changes into my add class.php. So if I back to my original file, so this is similar here, and then we have to put these two type of data into my add class.php. So starting, I have to create the first thing is get in the drop down menu, because if I go back here I have added two type of the drop down menu. One is a class name, then another one is a sections. So okay, let me add one by one very nicely. The first thing is, guys, I want to be start with the form in HTML font. It's very simple. As I have informed in my previous tutorial, it is very easy. We now dealing with all the HTML codes. So okay, later we can use the PHP script. So in this case, I can be type some HTML form start. Okay, then I can start with the form. Then okay, so I'll take a little bit long space. Okay, so here I'm gonna be start with the method, because any forms we need the method for post. Then action. An action, I'm gonna be keep the action like putting the dynamic like self. This is the putting PHP script inside the what we call the action. So I'm typing PHP script, then echo. So what's going on here? So I delete all here, guys. Then I start with the server side. Server. I'll explain in a moment. Okay, I'll after type. So here can be put the PHP self, something like that. Okay. So now we have complete these areas, and we back again here. So end of the PHP tag, you should put the semicolon. It is must. Then we have to create the one label. So okay, label. Okay. So inside the label tag, we can be put the name for the class. So it's called class name. Because if you go back my original one, okay, so I'll show you how to do that. It's very easy. But everything we can go one by one and easily, so I can compare to be each other. So this is my add class. So if I save that particular file, then I come back my here and refresh. So I got the class name, but important thing that but our title could be changed. I have to add. So add here, guys. Good. So this is come done, and we put the some br tag for the another line. Okay, then I'll enter. So I can be write some select options. Okay, then I can start with the select. Okay, inside the select, first thing is guide, I need some names and the input detail, because if I go back my here, see here, I can get the drop down menu, guys. So I want to add all the class name as well, and I want to add the section as well. So I can use that sections, sorry, select query into HTML. So guys, simply in my select, first thing is guys, I want a name for this case because I want to use this name to my PHP script. So I can type the C name, okay, class name. Then I put in the required information. Required, it is keep it. We don't need any requirements. Okay, that's we don't need any specific things. So I can add some class here, guys. And the class, it is for my CSS style. So I put the input to something like that. Okay, so I'll later explain why I'm put this class here, because when I'm working into CSS design, so I can explain you one by one. Okay, so I take a look simply very long space because I want to add all the drop down menu this box. Okay, so we need 1 to 10. So okay, so we're gonna go over one by one. It's very easy. For this case, if you put any select tag, so if you want to add any drop down menu, you have to use the options keywords in HTML. So option, sorry, I have the second one. Okay, so in the options, the first thing is we need the values and the name. So value should be under the here. The value is coming inside. Okay, so I'll tell you how to do that very easily. So first thing is put the values. Okay, values, put that. First thing is we need the select one, so we don't need to put any values. So I put the select. Okay, guys, very easy. Then I copy here. So I want to be copied this same code for 10 times. Okay, that's completed. First thing is, guys, this is okay, almost okay. Then second values, I want to put the capital I. This is for like I'll tell you how to do that very simply. This is okay, simple like that. Then second class, this is for the second. Okay, and this one for the third. So as you wish, you can change any name, that doesn't matter, but you can follow me, it also doesn't matter, no problem. So the third one, this is the fourth. So I'm using Roman numbers. You can use your as usual ordinary number, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, then number 5. Okay, and similar to number 6. Okay, then number 7. Okay, then I will be copy again one more time because I need 3 more rows. I want this for 8, this for 9, sorry, this is for 7, 8, 9, and this for 10. So this I want to add one more here, 7, there's one more here, and finally I want to put that one x here, x, it's for 9, then finally x for 10 value in Roman. That's great. So Control S. Okay, so if I go back and refresh, I can see the changes into my projects. Okay, here guys, it looks good, but we need add the CSS style, then it looks like this design. Okay, don't worry about that. It's okay. So now we have completed this is the drop down menus and the adding the class section. Another one, we have to put the section. Okay, so in this case I can go for the another one more the forms. Okay, then okay, I go back here, same forms. So I have this is I come out from the select tag. I can create the one more tag. Okay, so I put in the 2br tag for the another section. Okay, oh my goodness, what's going on? Okay, now copy and here. So I'm gonna add one more select tag. Okay, inside the same concepts. Okay, but I want to be copy here. So okay, then I'll take another space. So how many I want? That I want first one is the days blank. You can keep it blank, no problem. Then A to F, I have to add that one. So this keys is, so I can add here. Okay, then you have to be okay. Let me check one by one. So okay, this is empty. Then I start with A. Okay, so now I can start with A. So here E, then B, then C, then simply okay. Because next time I will not explain in deep, because at one time explain I think is more than enough to be creating this kind of HTML forms, so you can easily understand that. That's the reason I'm taking long time to explain to you first time. Then second time I can go much faster than this values. Okay, so then D, then fine, we need A B C E, then here I can put the E here, sorry, and in A B C F. I hope we completed now. Let me check one more time till F. That's great. So I have to serve this particular file. Okay, then I go back here. Sorry, I want to be refresh my page here, guys. So now, guys, I got the same design. See here, but it looking not good. I don't know why, because it's fine, but it's not working properly, because I want to add the label. I missed the label here, guys. So the first thing is, guys, I want to put the label. Okay, label, I want to put this label. Okay, that's easy for me. So label off here, guys. Okay, then, so let me 1 second. I can do that. Why it's wrong here? Why it's coming to select? That's the reason. Okay, I want to delete this one. We don't need this one. So I'm putting the label here. I want to add the I want to check the name is section. Okay, I'm delete this one. Okay, section. Okay, so I have to change the name here, because the C name for this one, so we don't need it putting the section. Okay, here also I'm using the same class for the design into CSS. So I just keeping same as it is. So that's it, I think. So let me control S. Let me go back and refresh how it's look like. Now it's much better. Here there's an option to select. There's an option to select. Okay. So if you be design that, if you use the CSS for the design, so we can get similar designs. Now we have to be create a button for our forms. It means that, guys, if you go back here, this is my button, add class button. So we don't have it add, so we have to be put it over here, guys. So I go back my editor. So I want to add one more BR tag here. So okay, afterwards, so I can be create a button. So HTML tag button. So first thing is I want to type for the button. So sorry, it should be inside the button tag, right? So type should be submit. Then I want to be add the class for the buttons called btn, because already we have created btn and we have designed it into our CSS, so it's called btn. Then we need the name for the buttons called, we can put submit. Name is submit. Then I want to put the here add class. So let me go back and check again. So add class detail. That's great. So that's done. Okay, now we have to go back again, check my here, then refresh. Here, guys, I got the, because why I got the complete form, the reason why is that I go back here, guys, and go to style.css, and if you search dot btn, see, so we have already given a CSS design for btn class, so that's the reason it is displaying here in proper manners. That's the reason. So but till now we did not give any style for this to the option. That's why we did not get similar design. So that's the reason. So basically, if you want to change the colors, or you can change it, that doesn't matter. So now we got the button, but now we want the table of, I guess. Okay, for the table, so I want to create the one more section into my class.php, add underscore class.php. So I go back here, guys, and this is my add underscore class.php. I come out from this sections and I want to be add one more. So because here, so this form is completed. Now after div tag, I want to create a one more div tag call. Okay, in this div tag, I can be put like, so I want to add one more class for the this div tag for the design purpose. Okay, so I'm putting this design T box, something like that. You can keep any name, this doesn't matter. So I want to take a long space between these two tags. Now I want to create a one table over that. Okay, first thing is we want okay, come back. So class detail. So okay, we need the heading. So for the reason, so I'm just putting h3 tag. Okay, I'm putting like class detail, something like that. So we can design later this h3 tag. Otherwise, it's okay. We can put one small. Okay, keep it later. We can do it later, no problem. Then, so I can start with the table. I want one table called. So I can table. Okay, this table has some, the rows and headers. So I can start with the first thing is, guys, rows. So first thing is I want to be table border. It's for the style purpose. I put in border equal to. So I can put the 1 pixel. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is my border of the table. So inside this table tag, I want to add one more row. Okay, so I'm putting tr row. Okay, after that I want to table header th. Okay, this is the way how to be create the the table inside the HTML. That's easiest way. So you have to consider one thing is table. This is the key of words in HTML. Then tr tag table row, then th. Okay. So we need how many? First thing is go back here, guys. Then we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 table sections. So now I go back here. So I want to copy this. So first thing is I want to be serial number as dot no. Okay, good. Similar, we want 3 more times. I have to paste same code. Okay, guys. So I put the first thing is I go back here again. We need the class name, section, and the delete. Okay, if instead of here, I want to be okay. Class name and the section. Then we want to put the delete here. Okay, Control S. Okay. So class name. Then I go back here. Then I refresh. So I got this one, okay, but I want to shift the entire part to in this area because if you take a look at my original one, it's here, okay, that's right. So I want to be write the CSS for these two classes because we have already created classes for tbox, sorry, div tag classes over here, guys. Then we want to put some classes designed for our form as well because our form class, as I informed you guys, I have to check that. Okay, so this is my form classes. So then I want to put that here, input 2. So I want to put the two type of the style, one for the forms, another one for my table sections. So now we have to give some style to our table. We have already created the table here, class detail. Okay, so if you go back my that Sublime editor, and you can go ahead and add class.php. We have created the class, and for the table, the class name of the table is tbox. Now we have to use some style for the tbox. Okay, and then I go back my style.css. Then I can start with first thing is, guys, normally I want to be design similar design for my table. So okay, this is my original one, this is one, the current one, they're going to be work over there. So I go back my Sublime, then I can be give dot tbox, the class name of the table. Okay, this is the one. Okay, then I copy over here. Sometime if you make a spelling mistake, so you can get it some wrong, so that you don't need to put that. So you can copy and paste over here, open and curly brace it. So, okay, then first thing is I want to this one the float left because so I want to float, so I want to make it this is left. Okay, so that's just enough for the T box. Then I want to be give some more design for. So go back to my class.php. I want to give some table style and table header and table row, something like that. So okay, let's give some design for it. Okay, first thing is inside the T box, for example, if you go back here, so T box, this is my class. Inside that we have a table, we have a table row, and we have a table head, something like that. So we have to give some design for this one, okay? So first thing is dot T box, okay? After that, this one very easy. Already I have explained in my earlier movies also, so we don't want to worry about that. So for the table, I'm gonna be give that for the border detail, okay, border clubs. Okay, border clubs, I'm gonna give the clubs. Okay, so then after that I want to give that tr, td, and th. For these three tags I want to give this one common padding style, because if you go back here and th, tr, and one we call td, this thing should be have same padding style, otherwise we will get our table in different measurements. So that's the reason. So I type here and tr comma and td comma th, open curly braces. For the padding I can put that pixel. Maybe you have think why I'm putting straight away the measurement, because already I know that one 20 pixel, it is very fit for that table. Sometime if you don't know these things, you have to put one by one. Maybe first you have to put 10 pixel, then you have to put 20 pixel, then you have each when you put the each that pixel size, so you have to serve and go on your page and refresh and see the changes. So I putting straight away. The reason is I know that one earlier, that's the reason. So because okay, so now we have finished the padding for the trtd hashtag. Okay, after that we want to put some what we call for the table. For the table, okay, for the table I'm going to add one more style for the table called right now, okay, we will put the border for that. Okay, for border collapse. Okay, control and save. Then I go back my page. This is my class. Okay, add underscore class.php. So first let me check again, control S, save. Sorry, then I'm gonna be refresh my page. Hey guys, I got very nicely, very good. But we need some add class, and between these two, class detail and the add class, we need some more space. But the reason is that because we want to move this one to this side, so I'll do it a little later, because we need some more designs for, so we can keep it as it is. So far it's fine for us. So when you work on other classes, for the CSS, we can change this design. Okay, so for time being, now we have completed class section. I go back again class, so you can add the classes. Okay, you can add the section. So if you add class, if once you add the particular class in detail, okay, it should come in this way, in such this way. Okay, so for example, if you go back my original ones, okay, if I add some here, guys, the insert success. Okay, that's important. But so far we did not connect our databases, so we can't do anything. For example, even if I select that one, guys, nothing happened, because we want to be connect our database with our pages. So now we have to be add the database to our class sections. And the first thing is I want to create one database table called classes. So it's my database SMS, and we have already created two table, which is admin and another one for the base staff. Okay, so now we're going to create a new table called class. So this table we need some three rows, because the reason is that, for example, if you go back my designs, okay, here then first one I want to be class name, rows, and then I want to be and sections. Okay, so as well I need the class ID as well. It is auto increments always. So first thing is I'll go back my localhost, and I need the three rows, and click go. So first thing is I need a CID. I putting the name for the CID. The reason I there, it is an auto increment class ID. Then I make it, this is okay, I will go here, then auto increment. That's great. So then I put this is this class name, so this is called C name, stand for good. Then C section, the C section for, guys, if you go back here for this section, this is for C section, and this one for C name, for the class name. Okay, that's great. So good. And here then we have to put some changes over here, class name worker and class section worker. I can put this is you can put anything 50, that's fine, and 50 it's fine. So but it should be CID, it should be auto increments. Okay, then click sub. That's right. So now we have created table for our class section. So now we can be add this, the table into our this pages. Okay, so I can open and add class.php. So okay, so if you come here, guys, okay here. So can we add come back? Okay, add the class sections. So we have to write the what we call for PHP script for my class section. So in this case, oh my god, I have a problem here. I don't know why this is. I put this. I have changes now. Add the class detail. That's fine. Why it's ename is fine. Okay, then I want to bring this my all the PHP code in this section. Okay, so first thing is okay, I want to put in one more submit button h3 tag. I don't have h3 tag. I think this is right. That's fine. Add class name is fine. Okay, and that's good. Here I want to be. That's fine. I don't know why I changed that. The form, but at class name it's okay. I want one more problem here, guys. Let me check off there. Okay, go back here, pages. Let me fix the problem. Okay. Add class names, and I go back here. Oh my god. So I think I have missed this title because this is the class name, but I put here the class name. So what I have to do. So I want to remove this part. Okay, I confused that. So this is okay. So we don't need to worry about that. So here I want to add one more h3 tag. Okay, here I can put the class. Okay, that's great. So let me go back and check. This is my add class detail of that class name. So refresh, continue. Yeah, here we go. That's good. Nice, very good. So but we need some more spaces between class name and the add class names. So I go back here and we can put some br tag. Alright guys, so if you want to be add more spaces between two tag or two lines in PHP, so you can add the br tag. That's easy for you. So if I go back here, refresh, because no, I got now the space between these two tags. Correct. So now we have to write the PHP script between these two lines. Okay, so I'll take some more space between these two lines, and I want to remove this part. That's great. So first thing is, what is our main purpose of that? For example, first thing is, again, if the users or if the admin click add class buttons, okay, all the records should be inserted into our this class table. That is our main concept. So first thing is, we have to check whether the admin button press or not. Sorry, this button. So class add detail buttons. Okay, so for this, name of the button is called, I have given already, it is submits. Okay, so let me take a okay start. First thing is, if you want to write any PHP script, you have to start with the PHP text. Okay, so first thing is, we have to check whether the button is pressed or not. That's simple if, and putting set commands. Okay, dollar underscore post. Okay, open and close bracket, there's cap bracket, and we have to put the double quote and submit. The submit from where? If you go back here, this is the submit. The same name you have to be put it over here, guys. That's right. So that's okay. That's done. Then we have now. Okay. So now I can write the insert query into my script. Okay. First thing is, I can declare one temporary variable. And I think sq type and equal in double quote. Inside the double quote, we have to write our insert query. That's correct. So first type insert, okay, into where our table name class. Okay, then we have to what the class, the rows. First thing is CNAME. Okay, the comma C section. These are the class rows, so we have to put up all the record into these two rows. I come out from the bracket and put the value. So now we have to match these two with our, for example, these two section, because because the CNAME for, I already created the name for CNAME for this row, and C section the name for this row. Okay, so I'm going to be patched all the detail, whatever the detail the admin giving for here selection, so it should be matched with these two rows. That's the reason. Okay, so here then I'm going to start with the here open close bracket. Inside the open and close brackets, okay, so for the first thing is and dollar sign, it's important. And I'm going to put the open curly braces, that's important. Okay, post and square brackets. Okay, and then double quote, so we put the C name. The C name, it should match with this name, so if you make a mistake even one letter, it won't work at all. Good. So now it is finished, and we have another comma. Okay, so I'm gonna go back my section, then I can be add single quote. Okay, then open curly braces, then here and post square bracket, and then double quote, and I put the C section. That's right. So I'm gonna be take some more space here. Sorry. Okay, that's correct. And we have come in, and end of the tag we have to put the semicolon. That's great. Then guys, then we have to run this query. So we have the if, because db is our database variable, and arrow operator, and query. Then we have to put this variable, control C, control V. That's great. So now we have to be okay. If the queries run fine, so we need the success, the message. So I haven't put this one into div tag because I want to run one more the classes. So that's right. So class, I put here. Okay. Success, already we have created these classes. If you go back the style.css control, so we haven't created, I think. So what's the problem? No, we haven't created. So we have to create the success class ID. So I will create later. So let me complete this one first. Then here, then okay. So now I'm going to close my div tag. So between these two div tag, I will write insert class, something like that. Great. So suppose if anything goes wrong, so we need that message as well. So I'm going to be used for this case else statements. Okay, so else, okay, open curly brace, same thing. I want to copy and paste, but here the insert should be okay, invalid record, something like that, or insert file, something like that. Okay, insert file. Okay, good. So here I can put the change the class name, which is R. Good. So let me check how it's work like that. So now I go back my add class.php. I have to check whether it is working or not. So because we have completed our insert query into our table. Okay. So then I go back here, then I'll refresh. Okay, then now I have to add the classes. Okay, so you put any classes and the section 3. Good. Oh my god, I having a problem. Okay. A B, that's a mistake we did, I think, and it should be A B because we put the 3. So I have to change this one. First thing is, where is that here? Yeah, I had to put the B. Okay, good. So Control F. That's great. So let me go and refresh that, guys. Okay, good. So class and 1 to 3, you can add the class 3, and the section of the class 3 you can put the B. Okay, here, and or BC, whatever. So if you add class, if you click add class, you should get either these two message, either it is success or fail, because if the record is fine, we should get the message. Okay, let me see that. So I click now. Here guys, good, insert class success. But this particular data, it should be recorded into our database. And then let me go and check now. So this is our class, so this is class name. So okay, this is our the rows of the class, sorry, in the table. So I go back and browse. See, so I have added class name and B, but the CID, it should be 1. The reason is that because it is auto increment. Already I have added summary record and I have checked myself. That's the reason it is giving starting with the 4. But it should be, if it a new one, because if they have nothing, it should be start with the the 1. So because already I have added some records and I have deleted, that's the reason it is giving start with the 4. Okay, so now I have added the class name 3, and the class name of the 3 section is a B. Okay, so go back again. So, and here then I can add one more classes, class 10 and section F. Again I got insert success and go back my database and I have a refresh. So I got now class 10 and section F. The auto increment now is starting with the 4 and 5 6 some in such. That's great. So now guys, but if you go back here, it's pretty it is not that much looks good because we put some insert or the classes for our this message. So I'll go back here. So, and then style.css, no, let me add, because if you go back my sorry Sublime, I have a given 2 classes. One is class name success, another one is class name it is error. So I want to give some style for these 2 classes. Then I have to go back my style.css. So come in the last and it can be add class and open calibrate the face. For the class background, so you can put any class, you can put the red, you can put any crowns, and I put the green backgrounds. So if you have any problem in the colors, then first thing is, and go back HTML color code, already I have explained in my previous movie. So you can go back and you can pick any color from here. For example, if I want to pick this color, copy the code and paste over here, it will work. See, it will work. So at this moment I don't need any codes because I can write straight away the color names. Okay, so this is the background color of my success pages. Then color, I mean the font color, I can put the white. Then I have to put the line height, it is important, and then you can give the right one. I can put the 30 pixel, but you can change anything whatever you want it. Border for my that button, the class is this one. Border I can be add for radius purpose. So border radius in the 4 corners, that's the reason. So then 5 pixel. Now finally, let me add 2 more class style. One for text aligned, which is it should be center our the taxes, and then margin bottom. That's important for that. Margin bottom here. So margin bottom, let me put the 10 pixel. That's enough for us. So okay, the same way we have to create okay, and here add class, again the same thing, we have to create the style for the error sections. Okay, so I can add one more class here, dot control V, open calibrate, because sometimes why I'm copy and paste, sometimes if you make a mistake for one letter but it won't work, so that's the reason. So now I can add some style for the error sections, and the first thing is similar design. Yeah, but we need same thing, but only thing we can change something, copy and the paste here. Instead of the green color, I can put the different color for the error purpose, so I mean this is color I'm using is good, and copy, then I go back here, then I put the code here. The previously I show you how to add the straight colors with the names, but this time I'm showing the what we call for the color codes. Okay, that's it. But remaining, the color, these things are similar, we don't need anything. Yeah, same thing. What it did in here, that's good. Text align center, yeah, that's fine. So Control S and go back my here, then again let me refresh, let me see how it's work. Hey guys, since success back, so we have to fix some issues. Why it is going very lengthy, but our table should be in the right side, similar that when I will do it later, but it is fine. Even for example, uh I go back here guys, sometime I'll show you how to do that. One thing, suppose what we call if you make any mistake here, so you will get the error message. but instead of the green color you will get a different color. Let me check now. See, insert the file. Also, I have another mistakes. I don't know why I'm making mistakes here. So I want to remove this part. I don't need this one. Let me go back here, guys. Sometimes if I make a mistake, it's good for you because I can fix it myself easily for you. So I remove this part. Let me go and check my original one. There's a D's I have put that erased. Okay, that's good. So we don't need. We put here days. Okay, good. That's right. That's enough. Then go back in my here. Let me check the top. That's great. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, good. So now we have know that so how to add the records into the database, and now so whatever the data we have added into our table, but we should be display the particular data into our these tables. Okay, let me work on that. Now we have a record into our table, which is class table, or we have created. Now we have added so many classes and we have added so many section into our table. So you see that, guys, we have a C name, we have a C section. On all section we have a records. So this record should be displayed into our table. The table we have already created into our class section pages. You can find the table over here. So all particular data should be displayed in this table. So now we have write some query for these cases. So I have another mistake. I missed class. Okay, then we have to fix this one. Okay, so then again class and here class name. Okay, Control S. Go back and refresh. Here, guys, it is now fixed. Okay, good. This small minor mistakes, the spelling, typing mistake, you can say. So whatever the record in that database, in the table, we should be, gather all the data and we have to display in this table. So go back my Sublime editor, then come to this section. So class detail, in that we have a serial number and the class name, section, delete, and afterward we have to write the query for PHP. So okay, then I will be it'll bring it a little bit this area. So first things, guys, we have to check whether first we have to select the data from the database. So what is the database name? Our database already we have selected, but what is it? The table name, it is class. Okay, first thing is I'm gonna declare one variable as anything, something like that. Okay, we don't need to go very long lengthy name for the variable, that it doesn't matter, it doesn't make any sense. So you can very short name, it is easy for you, because for the select I can use s, that's the reason. Okay, type here select. Okay, star, why I'm using star from, I'm telling you now, the name for the table called class. The star mean I ask system to be select entire data in the tables. That's the reason. So it will be, if I put the star, okay, the system will be collect all the data. Okay, that's why. All right, good. Then I will put the end of the each tag or end of the each statement in the PHP. You should put the semicolon. Now I can be run this as variable. So okay, I can be create one more res anything. So into my database. Okay, so this is db error operator. Okay, sorry, error operator. Then I have to be right type query. It is we are using many times, several times we are using this query, something like that. So you should familiar. So this is a common way to be run the database into our any declared variable. So okay, so I'm putting here as. Now I have run my query. So now after running, for example, what the meaning of that? For example, now we have selected all the data from our class table. We store in this variable. Okay, so this variable we're taking here, we're running into query, but all the data now it will be stored in res variable. Okay, so after that we have to check, for example, if the database that doesn't have the query, so what we have to do, we cannot be patched all the data, so we have to check whether we have a query or not into our database. So in this case I'm going to be run this particular query. Okay, arrow operator. So I have to check num underscore rows, okay, and greater than 0. So it means that you have to understand very clearly, if the record more than any, the greater than zero mean if they have a records, okay, I ask system to patch all the data. So that's the important thing. Then I'm gonna be open close bracket. Then so guys, now we have to be patched all the data. If they have a record, I have to patch all the data. So I have a record now, so the system will be gather all the detail from this table. So for example, I have, if I have one data doesn't matter. So if I have more data is more than 1 2 3, so I have to go use the while loop. So let me start with the while variable. So as I informed my previous tutorial, I stopped till part, so I can start with the while because we have to patch entire data from the database. So if you have more than one data, so we have to use the while loops. Okay, that's the reason I'm going to be use the while. So an open close bracket, then open close curly braces. Okay, inside the open close we have to write another one more fetch associate command in PHP. So in this reason I can be use one declare one temporary variable called r equal. Okay, then you have to be put this variable because in this variable we have entire data. Okay, so r is arrow operator. So now we have to type the keyword called fetch underscore associate. Okay, this keywords is very important. Double S, it is important. So what I have to do, guys, I'm collecting all the variables or all the data from database, and then I'm storing with into this variable called $R. Okay, so before that, because if you go back my projects, this projects, okay, we have a serial number, so we need one auto increment variable. So in this case I'm going to be start with a temporary variable called I. The initial value is 0. Okay, then I'm going to increment, make auto increment for this values. Okay, sorry, then $I plus plus. So what is going to this one, because it is be making auto increment for a zero number, it's giving like 1 2 3 4 something like that. Then an echo. So inside the echo we have to start with our table rows, tags in HTML. So I'm going to start with the tr. Okay, and open and close the tag. Right, in that here we have to put our all the table, the displays values. That's the reason. So again I have to start with the td table data, then close td. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one to here. It's okay, it's going on. Okay, control S. So here because if I go back my table, okay, so I have a serial number, and I have a class name, then I have a section and the deletes. Okay, let me bring all the detail over here, guys. Okay, first thing is, so in the TD, okay, I need one by one. Okay, because how many TDs we have? So if you go back here, so 1 2 3 4 TDs. Okay, so as per this one we have to create 4 TD tag into our PHP script. Okay, first thing is what we want. First thing is we want that serial number. So as per this one we have to put like open and curly braces. Okay, dollar sign. So I ask system to print this values. Okay, so it will be auto increment. It is giving like the serial numbers 1 2 3 4 something like that. So then we need to put a next one. Okay, here, so class name. So for this case I'll come to this part. Okay, open curly braces, so $R. Okay, then square bracket and double quote, then I have to put there my table name called C name. Okay, then again same thing we have to do for my section, and open and curly braces. Okay, $R. Okay, then open close square bracket, then we have to put the C section. So we have to type C section, guys. For example, if you go back that database and SMS, so if you go within classes, so we have a C name and we have a C section. So we have to patch these two rows, we have to put it into our table. Okay, so that's the reason I'm typing C section. And we need one more that section into our table called delete. So okay, then I'm going to be create the delete button here, guys, in the td tag. So first thing is I'm going to start with the anchor tag for key. So a href, okay, equal and single quote, because this time we have to use a single quote. Okay, then we have to type the put the delete dot php. Then we have to put the I explained to you one more time about this tag, because okay, you have to type. So you follow me, then I will be explaining to you. Then put the ID, okay, then equal to open close curly braces, okay. In this case, we have put in IDs mean that is, for example, uh, go back here. So, and for example, so I'll open my original one sometime. So if the users click delete, okay, so I want our system to be delete from the my what we call from here, then CID, because otherwise it will be conflict. So first I want to be collect the CID's number, then I ask the system to delete. So that's why I'm typing here. So I'm declaring one temporary variable called ID for I want, because $R mean, guys, here all the data is stored in $R. So then that's the reason I can be use the $R. Then I want to patch the CIDs for each numbers. So that's the reason. So I want to put that square bracket, and here I'm going to put the double quote. Okay, then I have to type the CID. Because why I'm putting CID, because CID is auto increment, so it won't be conflict into our data. Suppose, for example, if I use CNAME, because CNAME has many different subjects. Sometimes if you have the same subject in one time, so that's the reason I don't want to use a CNAME. So I won't use a CID. The reason is that it is auto increment, so it won't be conflict each other. So that's the reason I'm going to be use CID. Okay, so CID afterward I have to be, then I declared one variable here, class, okay, the class equal to, because I want to put the button of the delete. That's the reason I'm using class btnr, single quote btnr. So afterward we have to type so no, we have a problem here. I want to delete it, so I don't need to use now here. So I type here delete. Okay, that's reasons. Here I want to put the class here, guys, equals single quote, okay, btnr. So far I haven't created this class names, and I will create it later. But this is for style for our button. That's the reason. Okay, so I'm deleted here, guys. Okay, Control S. So now we have patched all the data from our database. Let me go and fix, see how it works. Okay, then I have go back here, then it's class. So once I add, see, guys, wonderful, because already we have the classes. So because in here, if you go here, then I have all the classes. It will be automatically fetching from the database. Fantastic jobs. Okay, so if I want to delete, it won't work because we don't have a delete PHP. Because you see, guys, did you notice one thing? So it is direct to the delete.php, taking from ID 6, for example. If you go back the database, so because I have clicked CID, so it's number 6, so deleting this to CNAME and the C section. So that's the reason I type CID here, then I'm putting the class for the btnr. So I don't have a class, the style for this btnr. I have to create into my style.css. I'll do it now. Then I put in the delete, that what we call the name for the tab. So that's a great thing we did, guys. Okay, then I go up here. Suppose if I want to add one more classes, then again class 9, section E, click add classes. You guys see record insert class success. It is the number 5 and I have added. So keep in mind this number 5. So if I add another one, it should become in 6, see the number. That's the reason I'm putting here $I equal to 0. For example, I'm telling that, for example, if I delete this part, for example, sorry. Suppose if I delete this part, since let's say if this variable it doesn't increment, like auto increments, so what happened? Let's see that. So if I refresh, see, guys, we got 0 0 0 0 0. So that's the reason, because it's serial number, it should be in, in sequence. So that's the reason I'm putting auto increment value for my I variable. So dollar sign I plus plus semicolon. Now if I go back here and if I refresh, so now I can getting my auto increment values for my this table. Okay, so that's the reason. But every command here, what I've typed here, for every command have each function, each useful, because all the command I have used in this PHP script for the valid reasons. Otherwise it won't work at all. Here I took that CID because CID is the auto increment, so it won't conflict with other tables, other rows. So that's the reason I have used CID. So here I'm declare very temporary variable ID. In PHP you can use like same way. So I'm declaring I know the thing, what you call a temporary variable. Then I have start with the CID with it, because dollar sign $R is that here. So that's right. So now it's working fine, but no, one more thing we have to do, that we have to make a style for BTNR. No time to design our BTNR class. Okay, I'll go back my style.css and .btnr. Okay, open close bracket. Then we have the design for our button. Okay, first thing is I'm going to be give the for the button and border radius. Okay, sorry, border radius. Okay, then it can put the 5 pixel semicolon. Then we have put the padding for the button. Okay, I can put the 5 pixel. So okay, then background for the button. Okay, so background you can use if you go back here. Okay, HTML color code. So then we have pick one color from the codes. Okay, then I can put this color. Okay, copy. Then go back my editor. Then I paste over here semicolon. Then after that we have put like color for the font. Sorry, I'm put the white color. That's it good for me. So okay, let me go and check there, guys. Okay, how it looks like. Okay, sorry, I open my. Now I'm gonna be refresh. There's no changes yet. This is okay now. So BTNR, that's fine. Let me go and check the BTNR here. Then class ID BTNR. There's no problem. So that's fine. Okay, no problem. Let me go one more time. Okay. So let me remove the cookies. Let's see how it looks like. Let's clear the browser, then clear the cookies. Then okay, then I have again class. Here guys, that's good. Now I got my color and everything. That's great. So I need a hover design also. So I go back my style CSS. So I can add one more style dot btnr. So okay, space double quote hover. It means that when you move the mouse close to the button, so it should be giving some styles. Okay, so I'm putting the border design. Okay, border, we put the radius for the border. So border radius. Okay, I'm putting border is 5 pixel. Then I'm gonna put the padding here for the 5 pixel. Then I'm gonna put the background. Background. Okay, then background color we can put. So we go and pick one color. So any color you can put here, that doesn't matter. So you can put any. Okay, get this color. Let's go semicolon. Then finally we put the color for the font, put the white semicolon. Okay, then go back here. Then we can refresh. Okay, good, it's working fine, right? So now we have make a design for our button. So now we have to now important thing, guys, we have some still problem, because if you go back my original design, it is a similar design. So no bad, only thing we have to move our table to the right side, but my table is below that here, but also we have so many width of this section, so we have to reduce. First thing is, then we have to bring this entire table to this section. So okay, so everything looks good, but only thing we have to bring our table to the right size. As per my original design, it should become this, all the table should become in the right size. So okay, but here there's a color design, difference. If you want, you can put any colors, as I all informed to you. If you go back to style.css, you can play over here, guys, and whatever color if you wanted, you can do here. That is not problems. Okay, so it's easy now. So you can play over there, but you can give any design pixel. You can increase in color. Here I remove this color. Okay, Control S. Okay, now it's almost fine, but only thing we have to work on the table sections. So now we move to our subject pages. For example, if the admin want to add a new subject, he can able to add this new subject. So we have to work on the subjects. So if you go back my original design, so then subjects, so admin, if the admin type any maths, so you can add subject, he can able to add the new classes. You see, new subjects. So maths over here, guys. So similar function we have to work over here, guys. Okay. So if the admin want to delete this subject, he can able to delete that. Okay, so if you want to delete this part, he can able to delete. So similar design we need to do into our school sections and the subject part. So I click the subject. We have already created subject page called add underscore sub.php. Then the important thing is, guys, for example, in the subject pages or class pages, everything similar design, but only thing we have to change the PHP script. So in this case, I go back my Sublime editor. Okay, I have already created add underscore subject, so I don't have any code over there. So what I have to do with the first thing is, guys, I have to go back here, Control A, Control C, then I have to put Control V over here, guys. Okay, good. Control. So then I go back here, guys, and I refresh. Now I have a design for my add subject, but it is for classes. Okay, so we don't need all the information here. So now I want to remove all the tab and I want to remove all the PHP script. First thing is, guys, first thing is what I have to do from my original design. First I want to add subject class detail, then I want to put the subject name, then I want to put the one tab text area, then I want to add one more button, then I have a table. Okay, so first thing is what I have to do, guys. First thing is, so I'll remove this one, add class. Okay, so I have a lots of things and I will get rid of all the PHP code. I don't need this one. Also that's fine here. We don't need to change anything from the start. So it is connecting the database and session also started. So I don't need the entire part here. Here we go, guys. Good. The form I don't need here. So also I don't need the table. So here, so I don't need here. Control S. Okay, that's great. So now go back here, then here, then subject. That's great. That's fantastic. Now we have a two heading, which is add class name, then class detail. So now for instead of that add class name, I have to change the add subject detail. Then I want to bring it subject name heading into my this page. Okay. First thing is I want to be uh, you know add subject name. So okay, that is done. Then I can go back here, then refresh, add subject name. That looks good, very good. Now we need one more heading called subject name. Okay, then I'm gonna create the subject name here, guys. So it should be in like we don't need this one tag, so we'll remove over here, guys. Okay, let me work on that this that input values. Okay, first thing is I want to create one form here, but one thing is here, I'll keep it this one. I don't need, I want this one because same thing we have to do here, guys. Okay, so that's the reason. So let me keep it here then. Okay, so an add subject name, so I can be below that I can create one more input field, okay, which is this one. So I want to add this one and with a subject title. So that's great. So I'll go back here, guys. Okay, here add subject name. So the first thing is, guys, okay, let me start with the forms. Okay, the type form, enter. Okay, then we have put the some text, more spaces in that, So we have typed the method for the form. It's called post because it's taking all the information. Okay, post. After that, so we put the action for the form. So when they click that, so we should put the action. And I'm putting in this action in the PHP tag. Okay, PHP echo. Okay, sorry, echo double quote. It should be no need that because we need the echo for self PHP server. Okay, that's the reason self. So this you don't want to worry about that because okay underscore here double quote PHP underscore self. Okay, that's good. So the form, the method's called post and the action and putting inside the PHP tags. Okay, so it's problem. So okay, I didn't put the semicolon end of that. It's okay. It looks good. So in the okay, okay, that's good. Okay, then after that I have what we call for the I need the one more label for this section. This sections. Okay. So first thing is I'm going to start with the label. Okay, enter. In the label name I'm going to put the subject. What I have to go and check that. So subject name, that's great. So subject name. So I'm going very slowly because you have to understand that's the reasons. So then I want to put the BR tag for the next line. Control S. Then I have to enter. Then I want another input call. This is input for and typing the subject names. So for the type tags. Okay, type. This is make it tags because for the name for my input call. Sorry. I'm putting S name. The reason is that for the subject name, I'm putting S name. Okay, then after that, so require. Okay, then I'm gonna put one style for here. Required input. So class. So I'm gonna put the input CSS class name. Okay, this is the input. So I need the one more next one. I want the button for here. So I want to create the button. So basically, you have go back here and start with the button. Okay, buttons. Okay, for the type for the button submit because it is a submit button, so that's the reason I'm putting the submit. And after that we have to put the class one of our design for the class btn for the class. Again we need to name for the our button, so call submit. Then that's fine, we have to put the here, for example, go over here, this is add class add subject detail, so we need this one here. So add, oh my goodness, what's going on here? Okay, here, sorry. Subject, add subject details. Okay, good. So control S and we back, and then we have to go and subject like, hey guys, good job, right? So we have a subject name and you can add subject name again. So add subject name, then you have to type the subject. Then we have button add subject. So we didn't need the class details, something like that. So good. Now we have so input field we have can add. So now we have need a table of it, guys. Okay, we have to display whatever the what do you call that, and subject added by the admin. It should be displayed in our table. That's the reason. So okay, good. Now we have to be change the table for the title as well, and also we have to create the table for our subject pages. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to remove this title and we have to put the new title. So I go back in my page here. Okay, as I'll delete here and tab and subject, is it right? Yeah, subject detail, something like that. Okay, control S, and I go back here, then I refresh. So I have hey guys, why control S? Okay, okay, then I have refresh. Okay, subject detail, here we go. So guys, now I want to put one more table here, guys. So what I have to do, guys, Same table, but we did in a add class.php. So that I'll copy here. Same thing, okay. Same thing, I'll copy. Then I'll put here, guys, below that. But I don't need all the PHP script. I have to start from the scratch. So then I delete from here. Okay, good. But so for example, if you observe my new design, sorry, original design, I have a S name. So I have a subname, then I have a delete button. So I need only the three, the rows. So column, sorry. So what I have to do, guys, now I don't need here for I want first thing in a serial number, then I want to be in subname, then I want delete button. Okay, so I delete this part, then I want to put the sub. Good. Then go back here, then refresh here, guys, and I got the table here, guys. So right, first thing is we have to allow the admin add the subject name. So first thing is, so it should be record into our database. Okay, so I'll go back to my database. So we have to create a new table called sub for the subjects. Okay, so I can be type here sub. So how many rows you want? You want only need the two rows, one for auto increment rows, always it should be there, then another one for the subject name. So I need only the two rows. So I type the two rows and go. All right, so for the auto increment I put the subject ID. For the shortcut purpose I'm typing sid. Then for the subject name I put as name, right? So auto ID is increment or integers, and subject name worker again with the 50 characters. All right, then it should be auto increment. Then I click OK. So everything is fine. Just click serve. Right. So in this table you have two rows, which is SID and SName. Okay. So whatever the data is, whatever the subject the admin allowed to add here, so it should be recorded into our table. So we have to write this query for this section. So go back here, guys. First thing is, so I want to start from the add subject detail. Okay. So first thing is we know now we need know that our database name. Now we know that our table name. So we have to start to write the PHP insert query. Okay, MySQL. That's good. So I can start with this section here, add subject. If you come here and take a space here and type okay PHP. What's going on here, guys? Okay. So even if you mistake one question mark, so you will get error. So okay. So let me insert the the data into our PHP. So MySQL. Okay. So first thing is, guys, what I have to check. For example, if you go back here, if the button is pressed or not, as usual. Okay. So I'm typing if is at, and for example, dollar underscore post. Okay, I have to check the button name. So button name we put the submit here, Control C, then we have put in double quote. So okay, Control F. So right, if the button is pressed, I ask the system to be entered all the data into the database. So I have to write the query here, guys. So as usual, I'll be declared one variable called sq. So whatever anything can declare, it doesn't matter. So equal to and double quote. So now we have to write the insert code, type insert, so into, and which table called sub because already we have created the sub table into our database. That's the reason I'm putting sub here, guys. All right, good. So afterward, what we have to do, that we have to put our columns as name. Okay, now we have to put the values for the columns. Okay, values. Okay, and open close bracket. Then we can start with the open curly braces. Okay, so in that form, so because we want input, so because what the input our as name, so we have to be whatever the for example the record added into our input, it should be insert into our this particular data. Okay, so okay, good. I'm start with open curly braces, and I will be type and $ underscore post and square bracket, and here you have to put in the double quote. So what is our name for the input? As name. Good. So it's very important because if you make any mistake, so you won't able to be access your database. So that's a very important. Okay. And afterward, so I having a problem here. I will start with this one, single quotes. Okay. So if you want, I can type again. So, okay, because type again. So values. So and put the brackets inside that single quote. You have to write your query. That's very important. So underscore. So okay, sorry. So $sign underscore post. And oh my god, again I am making mistake. First start with the curly braces, then I have to start with the $sign underscore post and square bracket, because outside is a single quote, because inside we should use the double quote. Okay, then I have to put the s name, right? This is the name. Copy, right? Control S. So that's completed. So now I'm end with the semicolon. So I want to run this query into my database. Otherwise, it won't work. So what I have to do, guys, for example, if I'm putting it into the if statement, that's easy for me because I want to check whether it is okay or not. That's the reason. Okay. So first, and $sign DB. Before, for example, if you observe, go back add underscore class. Okay. So here I did not use any, the if statement into my query, DB query, but here I'm using the DB. So sorry, the if statement. So arrow operator, then I can type the particular here query, then open and close bracket. I'm putting this variable. It's very easy if you repeat several times, and it's become very easy. So you don't want to worry about that. It's okay. So if the class added val, so we have to give them some messages to our admin. Okay, so in this case I can start with the echo, so in double quote, and now I want to put some classes. That's the reason I can start with the div tag. So open and close the div tags. Okay, right here in between these two div tags, and I can type my class name. First thing is, because already we have created our success class name into our style.css, same class name I can use now. Okay, put it in that. For example, oh my goodness, for example, you're getting error. The reason is that, so you can't use a double quote for every time, because if you use a double quote outside, inside you have to use a single quote. That's the beauty of success. I have to check the success name what I put here. Here, back. Okay, here success. Okay, copy. That's great. Same name. Now here we have to type. So what I no man, I have put this one into the div tag. That's wrong. Here. All right, good. So here we have to display our message. So we have the same message we can copy and paste or insert success, something like that. Insert, add subject. Sorry. And else part, suppose if there any problem, so we should display same message. Copy it. Okay. And this time we have to use a class name error. My goodness. Control S and insert something I have put here, insert file, something like that. Okay, good. Copy and paste. Hey guys, good. So now we have complete our insert query. So we have to time to check our query whether it is okay or not. So I'll go back here, guys, and here refresh one more time. All right, good. Add maths, add subjects. Hey guys, insert, add subject, success. Fantastic, good job. So I go back my database and I want to refresh. Let me see whether it records or not. Hey guys, I have SID auto increment is created, and I created the S name. Fantastic job. So again, so let me go back the page and let me try one more time. Science, or we can put the chemistry, my favorite subject, chemistry. That's good. Add subject. Good. Insert, add subject, success. So again, then refresh. Hey guys, I got another subject called chemistry. My ID of the subject it is which is 2. Very good. So now what the next step, we have to be patched all the subjects, then we have to display into our table. Now time to display all the subject into our table. Okay, I go back my editor. Okay, so we already created the table here, the serial number, subname, delete. So afterward we have to write our the PHP script. So here can start with the PHP and take a more space between them. Then I can be now have to be patched all the data from the database. For example, if you go back my database, now so far I have a two record, one for math subject, another one for the chemistry. So we want to be patched these two all the detail into we have to be displayed into the what I call that, okay, into the tab. Okay, so first thing is we start with the PHP script, then we have to start with the, so I declare the one variable called as. You can declare any variable. So double quote, I'm type select mean I want to select from the table, that's the reason type select, and star mean from entire detail from sub, my table name sub. Okay, then so I want to be run this query, so again I want to declare one more variable called res. Okay, then in this time I'm going to be to db arrow operator and type so query, then open close bracket, then I want to put this one into here. Okay, so now that we have completed, now we have put the end of semicolon. All right, then I have to check whether we have records or not. That's as usual for our works, because if they have no record into our database, so there's no point to see the details. Okay, so open close bracket and open curly brackets. Okay, that's good. So what's the function we have, right? We have for the whether we have a record or not. If you want to check that, so we have to write that. So what the data we have stored of all the data query, it is res. So arrow operated num underscore rows. Okay, num underscore row, it is greater than 0. It means that if they have a records, so I ask system to patch all the data from the database. So I'm going to declare one more I variable for my serial number. So I equal to 0 semicolon. Then I can start with the while loop, because the while loop is mean it is fetching all the data. Open close bracket and open curly braces. Okay, inside the while loops, for example, now I have a store. For example, I have stored all my data into the scr variable. Now again I want to be declare one variable called r. Okay, so r equal to a dollar sign res. Okay, now I'm going to type the arrow operator fetch underscore arrow operator. That's good. So these functions allow to be fetched all the data from the database. Okay, then I want to be increment my values, because that's why, because I will work, because I'm just giving like 1 2 3, as I have informed to you in my previous videos when I'm working in that add class.php pages. Okay, so dollar sign I plus plus semicolon. So now we have to echo our values. Okay, so in echoes I can start with the tr tag open close. So what we have to do first, guys, if you go back here, so we need the serial number. So in this case serial number belongs to the my I variable. So in this case I want to bring the I variable here, guys. Okay, so again I'm gonna be open and close curly braces. Now here I variable. So okay, so this I variable will be displayed into, for example, this area. Okay, so then again I have to be sorry, then here I have a problem. Okay, take a space here, also take a space, because I want to view two more rows. Okay, so one for the s name. So I think one is enough, I hope so, because only we have one column. So okay, here I delete this part. Okay, dollar sign, where's my, because now we have stored all the data into res, sorry, r. Sorry, why I'm what's going on, moment here, put. Okay, here I'm going to be put the square bracket and double quote, so put the s name. There you go, control s. Here I have an okay, so guys, a little bit mistake I did, because instead of tr, because I want to put the td, because if you go back here, Yeah, we did the same thing we have to do. Yeah, okay, we have to put the TD. Okay, so no problem, we can do it from the beginnings. Okay, so control, this is, we don't need the, so I can explain to you again here. Okay, this is fine. Now we have to put the TD, table data. Okay, so that's good. Okay, up and close and TD. Okay, that's great. So we need this one for two more times. Okay, one for serial number, another one for submit, another one for the delete. Okay, so sublime. So then here, open curly braces, as I informed to you. So we need to put the dollar sign I. Okay, good. Again, so open curly braces, then dollar sign R, and square bracket, then double quote, then we put the S name for, that's fine. Next one, we have to put the delete. Okay, so what I have to do is, so now I go back here, my add class, I want to copy here, TD, then I paste here, so I don't need to type again. Okay, so same thing, so we don't worry about that. Only thing here we have to change is, instead of CID we have to put the SID, because SID is our auto increment for the subjects. So similar, everything is same, that doesn't make sense. Okay, I go back here, then I refresh. Hey guys, fantastic, good job. So now whatever the data you added, so it should be seen in the table. So if I go again, if I type physics, then I add data, so it's coming in the third line. Fantastic jobs. So now on thing we have you know, so we have to align this area, then we have to work on the delete button. So I'll work on the next video. Now time to work on how to delete the subject and how to delete the classes. If the admin want to delete any particular classes, he can able to delete that. For example, if the admin click classes, so if you want to delete any particular classes, he can able to delete that one. So first things we have to work on that, how to do that. And second thing, that if the admin want to delete any subject from the table, he can able to do that. Okay, so first thing is I'm going to work within the class section. Then in this case, I can go back my Sublime editor, or if you use a Notepad++, you can open over there. So if you go back here guys, and already I have created one table data. I can see that hrf dot I can create it, and I didn't create one page. It's called delete.php. Then I can adding the ID. Okay, then I'm putting the CID, then I put the one class name. Okay, now let me create the one page called delete.php. So okay, then here, and cons file and surveys and delete.php, but you have to put the PHP extension, is important. All right, good. Then so now we have the call delete.php. But if you go back my add underscore sub for the subject pages, but here I have to be put the same delete page, but it won't work at all. So in this case, I can be put sub underscore. So far I haven't created the pages, but I have to change the name first, because I can't give the same name for each pages, because here add underscore class I have put delete.php. So I'm going to be write this query for these pages. Then after that I can be creating one more new pages. Now we have to write the delete query. So first thing is we're going to be work on the class section. Okay, then delete.php. All right, good. So in this case, I can start with the PHP tag, because I want to include my what we call database in this session started. So in this case, in PHP, okay, good. Now I can be type the include function. Okay, what's going on here? Include. Okay, then double quote database dot PHP. All right, good. So include in database.php semicolon, then session start semicolon. That's it. Is these two very important, otherwise so it won't connect our database. Okay, something. Okay, so let me go back here, then so I'll delete the name, rename, then let me check the page how it works. All right, good. So here, okay, that's fine. We didn't get any errors, because suppose if I make a mistake here, control is, then if I refresh, so I'll get the database error. So It means that it's working fine. So good, right? Good. That's great. So now we have to write the query for the delete. Okay, first thing is I'm going to declare one more variable called as. Okay, for the shortcut purpose, again double code. So this code you have typed the keyword delete for MySQL. Okay, delete from where? So I have to delete from. First thing is I could work in the class section, so I can type the table name of my data into the database. So my table name is the class, and from where? So this case, I want to delete from my auto increment IDs, for example. So if I refresh, delete, okay, right. For example, if I go back my database, okay, then my SMS database, and I'm going to click that class table. My class table, I have the auto increment ID here. So it is 1210, something like that. It is unique ID. So I want to take this ID, then I ask system to delete from this ID with the rows, something like that. Otherwise, if you use the CNAME or C section, it may be a problem because it is conflict. So CNAME maybe have a two type of this class, something like that. So that's the reason I'm going to be add where this case I can type the CID, okay, then equal to, and open and curly braces, then I want to be add get, okay, get, then square bracket and simple ID. Maybe you have confused why I'm doing this one, because the reason I'm doing here delete from CID and get ID. I'll tell you a little bit later because I want to create one more tags, and I'll tell you explain you later, little bit time. You give some time, okay. So then I have to run this query. Okay, so this case I can be dollar db is our database variable. Keep in mind, because then you have to type the query. Okay, then I have to put this variable. Good. Now my query is running. So okay, then end of that semicolon. Control S. Now I will make echo. So okay, in this echo, so I can start with the script command, script tag script, open and close my script simply. Okay, good. So inside a script tag, I have to write something. I will explain to you one by one. Okay. So first thing is, guys, script. Okay. So first, for example, for example, I'll go back here, and then I'll tell you that if I click the delete button, it should be, stay the same pages. So I'm going to write the query for this case. Okay. For this case, window dot open. Okay, this is the keywords in the PHP. Open close the bracket, and I can start with the what we call single quote. Okay, so I want to mention into the same page the add underscore class dot php. I tell the system they remain in the same pages. That's the reason I'm typing, and comma mes. The message, I tell you now why I'm typing this the script here, and message data or whatever the class deleted. Okay, right, dot, and then I'm gonna be, because what the reason is that, so let me explain one by one minute. So then again single code, then sorry, okay, single code underscore, sorry, then self. Okay, so type in simple, no problem. That's good. All right. Here, I'll explain to you. First thing is we start with our database. We don't have any problems, and I start declare one small variable called for the delete query. This one here, I ask system take the ID from CID, take the ID from this table. Okay, then I have to run this query. Then I want to be display some messages into my user admin, because if they click a delete button, he should able to get the message. That's the reason. So I'm telling to system display this message to my admin users. Okay. So also the underscore self mean it will be stay in the same pages. It won't go for the other pages. That's the reason. So window.open, it is a the key function of the PHP. Right, good. So end of that, we should put the PHP semicolon. Control S. All right, good. Let me see how it's work. Right, good. Then I'll go back my classes. Now we have completed our delete. So if I delete, it should be delete. Guys, see here on the top, the class deleted and the message. See if you go back my here, whatever I typed here, so I got mine in the top of here, but I haven't get my the display. So I want to bring this message to my here. So the delete is working fine. See, I can delete. Okay, it's deleting, but it's good to see it's deleting well. But the thing is, so I haven't get any messages. So I want to display the message over here, guys. This case, I'll go back here, add underscore class dot php tag. Okay, if I go back here, so now I have to write the bring this message to into this pages. That's important part here. So this case, I will come here. So I want to bring it here. Where should I put this one here? Right, good. So already I have type it here. So you have to type, start with the open curly braces here. So first thing is I'm going to start with the PHP. Then if statement, if it said, if the message, if I get here, so I ask system use this tag, so use this message from here. So the message here, I put the message here. This is the variable. This is the temporarily I will be created. So same. So whatever the type here, you will be get here from here. Control S, so I want to check now whether it is working or not. So if I click here, guys, see, right, good guys, I got the message class deleted. Fantastic. So if I want to add some more classes here, BC and add it. So if you want to add this class, click here. That's great. Good job, guys. So the delete card is working fine for class section. The next video, I'll show you how to delete the subject from here, guys. But same thing, we can work it also here. There's no problem, but very simply. So first thing is what I have to do, guys. The same page, I want to create the file. Save as, okay. Then in this case, I'm gonna give the sub underscore delete. Okay, so we don't need to waste time. Okay, good. So here the same pages, but I got add plus here sub delete, here also sub delete, but this case I gonna be delete here, change the what we call for that for the message subject deleted. Okay, control as save, but here delete from where, not from the class, it's from the sub where sid. Okay, that's good. So okay, but everything's similar to same. There's no more changes, but only thing is, guys, here you have to copy this entire part and go back, add subject. So under the here in the TB box, this section, okay, here, then you have to put that here, guys. All right, here, guys, you have one more thing you have to changes. Everything is fine, nothing to the changes here, but same. But here, only thing in this sub underscore delete dot php, you have to change SID, because SID is that, guys. For example, sub for SID, this is auto increment field. That's the reason I'm putting SID, and everything will be same, but yeah, only thing I have to change the messages. So right, good. So this is controlize and add underscore sub controlize. All right, now I go back my page and subject. Right, if I want to delete that here, guys, God, fantastic, guys, subject deleted. If you want to add a new one, you can add it. Then you can, if you want to delete, you can delete it. So we had a good job, so far. So far we have completed so many things into our projects. So now we have time to move in the other section into our projects.